What's up, my lovely jewels and gems? It's your girl Nettie Net, and I'm back. So today, I want to talk about the Remy and ItsLovelymimi situation, but I'm gonna first congratulate Meek Mills. A judge cleared him of all charges, so he's not on probation anymore, and he has nothing to worry about. So I believe he's going to continue on with his prison reform program that he's doing. I think he's doing a great job. God bless him. Hey, Leilani, how are you, honey? No breakfast today? I'm sitting here eating boiled eggs and coffee. I was like, let me get on and see how the family's doing. Have you been keeping up with the Remy and Lovely Mimi thing? I don't watch them much, but I had just started watching her. I think once she do a video with Be Love, or she just used her sauce. I'm not sure, but I started watching her channel and I really liked her. Oh, I know that's what you made fried rice yesterday. I'm gonna have to look at that because I ain't no pro at making fried rice yet. May have to get a tip. I just watched hers. I didn't even get to the end. I was like, let me go talk to the ladies and see how people feel about this situation out here. Um, it's sad. It's so sad. It's sad to find out that he was beating on her like that or putting his hands on her wrong. And then I didn't watch his video. I watched Choice's video, so I believe that most of his video was in there, but I'm not sure. So I will go back and watch his video, but the fact that I love the list that she wrote up, and that's like one of the number one steps to therapy. You know what I mean? They tell you write down your pros and cons, and if one outweighs the others, then you go with that. So for her to sit there and be crying, first of all, he is a snitch. I thought that was wrong because in Choice's video, it did come out that he was saying something about her. Gotta come over. You're good. You can. Sorry, I was talking to Dean. So, goodness. I don't even know what he was saying. He's like, I gotta come over there. I'm like, okay, whatever. And wait till I get on live to say something. So, I guess I should start getting at my table and doing it studio style. But you know how it is. We get comfortable in our bed. And it's like, if you don't have to go anywhere, why? But yes, that broke my heart to see that because like in Troyce's video when he was showing the one video of them arguing and the kids, they just like totally felt uncomfortable, but then they just sad. I don't like to keep bringing kids up because you know how somebody will turn around and say I'm talking about the kids. No, it's sad because it's public and the kids have to see it and hear it, and it's not going to go away as long as it's on the internet. We go through this every day because I guess that's why I like to talk, because people are coming out here and putting their business all over the internet, and they don't realize they're causing more damage to their children and their families by doing it. Good morning, Deron and Jazz. Stopping through before work. All right, love. Have a good day at work. Okay. Oh, you bought Chinese yesterday. Okay. Yes, I love Mimi. She seems like such a sweetheart. It broke my heart this morning for her to have to get on camera, first of all, to explain her life story, to cover something that he put out there. It was their personal business, and I feel like he should have never took to the internet. I thought that was real petty. I thought that was immature of him. Yes, he was being a snitch, a narc, and wrong for doing that. It's almost like he wanted to set her up for something, but God had other plans for her. She's already clear. So talked to the camera and gave up all the business that he wanted to tell his side of the story. She said he's an alcoholic, been putting his hands on her, been having his people living in her house, not paying rent. I believe her. Y'all know how it is. And I'm not going to say that I take any sides, woman over man, but I read through people as I'm hearing you tell your story. I hear it. I ain't even really have to see his whole story. The way he was so low talk, maybe he talks like that. See, I don't know them like that because I never really watched them on Love and Hip Hop or anything like that. I'm just kind of like seeing what they put out on YouTube. Right, what he wanted spoken about, but he slandered her in the name. Well, in the meantime. Oh, okay. So he normally talks low. I feel bad because it's a family and it seems like a cute family, but it seems like there's a lot going on that they may have to sort out. It sounds like it's more like at the end. So, see, I'm scared to even talk about it, and it's not. You know what? I ain't scared to talk about it because I don't want people thinking that I'm judging anybody. And that's like I said, people will come on here and hear one part and put it out there like I'm judging someone. No, I just feel like they shouldn't put their business on the internet. But it's there now, so it's like she's been getting better. And see, that's what I feel like. Okay. So yesterday when I did those videos, one of our subbies came in and said, you should have just named it about the one YouTuber. But it wasn't just about the one YouTuber. That was not my point. I didn't come here to embarrass anybody. But when I say the circle of life goes around and around, that same one of those girls that did that had came at me in a nasty manner. But I seen her video a while ago when it came out, and I thought it was okay, but I never looked into it as into what happened, as in not wanting a girl. Until here it is 2 weeks later, I see two more videos, and then you look online and there's more people. So that's what kind of brought that up. And being that she had one on here and I'm allowed to talk about it and share it because she had it on here, I brought her story out as well. So, no. I mean, maybe I was being a little petty if y'all think I was. And but at the same time, it was a point that I was trying to put across. Good morning, L Dot. Hey, Maddie Black. Oh, dang. Wow, we gotta be chumps today. We are. I got Petty Nettie in the house. It's like, nah. Hello, Marcel Smith. How are you? Thank you. I try to be beautiful, right? I'm still I just came to realize we are just old now. Once you're 40, certain things I can't change. I'm being silly though. Thank you, honey. So, L Dot, did you see? Okay. He was trying to make it seem like she had all these people living off them, but not mentioning his own people. Right. But we seen all of them. So, right. See, and that's the thing. I have never followed them. I just came on here because I feel bad for her. Like, that's sad. It's sad. And it remind me a lot of me because I used to be like that. That's why I said I used to live in a house with a bunch of people. I'm used to having open doors. But what he probably didn't realize is that she liked to have a lot of people around, as a security blanket because her problem was in her house. You know, um, she was probably scared, feared a lot of stuff, probably thought they could protect her in a lot of ways. Yes, you could do that. Do you have Instagram, nephew? Because if you see stuff on there, I'd appreciate that. See, you can move faster than me. That's why I say I'm getting old. I ain't used to this stuff. But yeah, that you can do whatever you like. I trust in you. Jazz say y'all not old. Marcel says I'm 48. I know. No, I mean, I don't know. I guess we're old, but we're not old. I guess we try to say we look old, you know? I just want to say to some people, when y'all turn 40, I hope y'all can look like we do sometimes. Like, nah. Because I see some younger people that be looking, can pass older than me. Okay, I asked that because, follow Mimi since her first. Oh, wow. Did you? Yeah, I want to. So, did she recently open her YouTube page? Or she's been on it for a while? Oh, so she's been through a lot with a lot of people around. I understand that totally. Naylani said I don't look old. Just, no, you don't look old. You have a baby face. And I remember when they used to say I had a baby face, but when the gray started popping, I'm like, starting to look old. Okay, a bit over a year. And so I came across her in the beginning was I think Martin did a video on her saying, and I think that might have been on the seafood video or whatever. So that's when I first noticed her, honestly. So it was just a couple of months ago. So then I started watching some of her videos, and I'm like, oh, I like her personality. I love her spunk. And then I seen when they were talking about the case or whatever, and I was like, oh wow. Now the fact that she's getting, and I hate to use the word bully, and I'm trying to find out another other words. But my thing is that was a setup from the husband. He knew that when he went out there and told his stories about their relationship and their marriage and the stuff inside their home, that he was putting out his BITCH card, and he knew that. But I thought that was crazy and foul because he knew what was going to come back at her. So that's my whole point of the thing. No, I didn't mention names in my video because it wasn't. I'm not the type of person that tries to see everybody who comes to see my video because they're going to run to see it if I had to put her name in there or if I named it a certain way. And then they would head to her page and bash her for what I had to say. And I think it's foul. I think it's wrong when people do stuff like that. So I'm not here to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I get private subbies that call in and talk to me. And I know a lot of stuff about people on the internet. But I will not say it because it's not my business. And it touches my heart more when you hear the inside scoop. You know what I mean? I'm going around people, oh, this, that, y'all only know what y'all see on TV. They really don't know what I know or what I hear or what I see in real life. You know what I'm saying? So they judge and say she's assuming. I only speak on stuff I hear or see with the human eye. So if people understood when I talk, I don't know, y'all. It's crazy. Do y'all mind if I eat my egg? I thought she did a collab with Be Love. It was right during the whole collision. With that girl that was talking about Be Love. Oh, okay. So I probably didn't get a chance to watch their actual video. I just remember watching a video with her and some other family members having seafood. And she was using, I think they made Be Love sauce. So I didn't get to see their actual collab together. He's trying to get those clicks and views. And that's what I seen her say on there. Like, come on, dog. Like, you gonna sell your wife, your family, and your whole team out for some YouTube clicks and views? That's why I say he playing his girl card right now. Say, eat my egg, look. I've been having I've been craving. I don't know why. Garlic. And I've been eating so much garlic lately. I'm like, Lil Dean, he been staying away. But, yeah, I had pork chops last night, and I covered them in garlic, fresh garlic. Not fresh garlic, but garlic powder. So, that's my new, replacement for, I ain't gonna say weight loss, but I have been eating a little better. So, I got my egg today. And, some coffee. Yes, I know garlic's good for you, but I know the fresh garlic is better, right? Or the powder is just as good. Because I love the powder. I will go through a whole, I done went through like almost a half a John in like a week. Oh my gosh, I love it. Even the crushed garlic, the raw garlic, I can eat it like I love it. Like it can just sit on top of my food and I'll eat it like onions. Something with me and garlic. I say, but you know what? It helps. Like you said, it's good for you. It helps lower blood pressure and a couple other things. So I said maybe that's why my blood pressure is always so good. Maybe I'm gonna just pray and knock on wood that it is, and I don't have no problems with it. But maybe it's because I'll be eating a whole bunch of garlic. My dad won't touch garlic. He hates it. It's his enemy. Opposite. I don't know why, because he won't use it on none of his food. And just imagine, he can scrap up scraps and make a whole meal. That man can cook, but he won't touch garlic. Hold on, I'm trying to keep up with the comments. That's messed up. I need to have Dean on my team site. There's people that do great fresh garlic. Yes. And there's spaghetti. Like, I'll put it over top of a steak or something like that and just love it like that. Nakia and Leah Brown. They're married. Everybody goes to they a good couple. No, they just need to keep their relationship up there. I love them both. I totally agree with you on that. In a way, I would say, because y'all know I'm pro family, I hope, I'm praying that they work it out. Because it seems like I said, I don't know them like that. I never really watched Love and Hip Hop or whatever. But I think she's a beautiful person. He seems like a very handsome guy that they just look like a good couple. She said he's a good dad. She said he has some issues though. So, in the same hand, that's where I have to start looking at things when I say, should people work out things for the marriage and the kids? If you're unhappy, as I'm getting older, I'm learning that because I used to be like strictly like the way my grandmother believed is you go to the end of the day for your man. You don't mess up your home, your marriage, or anything for the sake of, you know what I mean? Like, basically, I don't want to say it like that, but their men cheated. Um, Back in the day, I don't know if my grandma knew, but I knew after my grandfather passed away, we found out that he had a child out of wedlock. Now, see, back in the day when they were older, um, somebody have a child out of wedlock, the family didn't accept the child. It was considered, I don't want to use the word on here, but a bastard. That's what they would call them. I always thought it was horrible because I'm like this. If somebody, and it's more like this now today, but if you're just that bold to just go out and cheat and make a whole nother family or baby, then you need to be man or woman enough to talk about it. If you think that your family's worth saving, not hide it and live two separate lives. But they believe that even though they know, they still never brought those problems home. You know, you can know your man's cheating, you can know he's out with a woman all day, all night. But when you come home, it's about us here at home. That's how they live, that's how they grew up. That's more like a southern thing to me. But that's just as I grew up, that's what I've seen. And, you know, I knew that she always preached for people to work their marriages out the best way they can. But then as I got older, I started seeing how people stay in the marriage for the sake of the kids, but then they end up broken later. You know what I mean? And not from their children, but from trying to stay there to please their significant other or please the family, you know what I mean, for, per se, because that's who it was really for show. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want the family to know what's going on here, so we got to make sure we go to family functions together, and then, you know, over time they die off and don't go, and oh, they're working, and go on and on with my stories of old heads talking about old sight. But that's how it was. And it's sad because today is not like that. And I don't believe that people should stay just for the sake of the kids and family now. I did a couple years ago. Honestly, I did. I'm just learning more now because I'm seeing how things and people can be and are. It's sad. Nakia, facts. Yes. My Grammy always said you stay if you have to move into separate rooms. That's how they were, Leilani. That's how they were. My grandma had her own room. My granddaddy had his own room right across the hall. Was he allowed in there? No. Because she go over his side when she felt like it. That's how it was. Yo, that's so real. I forgot about that because grandma used to do her sewing and stuff up all night in her room. That's how they was. Yep. Yes, men cheated and women just stayed. Yep. And allowed it. That's how it was. That's why I was like, oh, I gotta bring some reality to this thing these days. But it don't work like that. So my grandmom had 5 girls, 5 boys. My one aunt got married, and she was married for about 20 something years. And then my uncle had a brain tumor, and he passed away. And she never, ever, ever dated again. This is about 20 something years now. Never dated again. She promised to be faithful to the end, and she meant that. Um, but I guess that's how they were raised. But my other aunt, we just lost my uncle last year. I don't see her ever even looking at somebody else again. They were married like 40 something years. Yeah, long time. Um, my two, wait a minute, that's two of them. My other aunt, she still, I think she still lives in the house with her husband, but it's living like how they were raised, where it's not really a relationship, but they're together. Um, and then my two younger aunts, they just never got married, and they raised their children beautifully as single parents, um, or some co-parenting, but from different households. So as I grew up, it's a lot that in my family that I see now out here, but it's not internet, and that's my thing. Like once it hits the mainstream, you can't take it back. And that's the thing. It's like, not that you only had a problem at home with drinking and putting your hands on your wife, but that you went on the internet and exposed everything that was going on in and outside of your house. But you only told your side of it to hurt her. Not good. If she did have any problems, did he ever think that maybe he brought those problems on, or that she did certain things to escape those problems, which she said she did? Um, and we know people that do it all the time. Do we blame them? You really can't. Stress and depression is no joke. Yes, I need an intro. I tried staying with my husband, but he got more and more ridiculous. Yeah, sometimes it gets hard. It does. That's why I say some people try to stick in there, but then sometimes you outweigh the good with the bad, and then we have to realize that it may be better for us to just co-parent, separately. So, um, I'm not innocent. We argue a lot. Do I think that I need to break my household up? No, but we argue a lot, and it affects my son. By arguments, just arguments. Ain't no fights. So I can only imagine how someone or some kids would feel seeing an abusive, relationship or parents. So yeah, nowadays I think, for the kids' sake and sanity, it is better sometimes for certain people to divorce or separate, Um, I'm just thinking of other people and scenarios and situations that kind of bring on here. Like my one sister, I've told about her, but she's been a single mother of four. She just sent her two twins off to college. Her oldest daughter is working full-time job. She started college, but they couldn't afford to keep her at college, and so she had to stop college and come home, get a job, and try to go back to community college. That's why I had to go. I didn't want my child to be in that negative. Yeah, because it can affect them lifelong, right? Oh, your sister's birthday's coming up. How old is she going to be? 3? I'm trying to remember. I know I was watching the videos, and at first I thought it was a boy. You said it was a girl, but I didn't remember. Is she 4? 11? You're 11. How old is your sister? Your sister's younger than you, right? Oh, Gianna? You talking about G? Yes, Garland's daughter, Gianna. Is Gianna? I thought she was older than 11. Ain't she 12 or 13? Your sister? Oh, JL. Okay. I have never met her. I know that's one of my nieces. I never met. I never met her yet. So I only know you and Gianna. So how old is JL? About the same age as you? You said that. I'm sorry. 11. Okay. You're right. Y'all about the same age. Okay. All right, nephew. I remember now. I'm sorry. You caught me off track. Okay. I remember y'all the same age. On the 30th. Nice. Are y'all going to get together and do anything for her birthday? Said get an editor. And I do have, like you talking about an app. I had an editor app. I have a couple of them. I just don't really know how to use them like that. I know how to make pictures and stuff like that and cut out. And I probably can do the same thing. I just, sometimes I don't put two and two together until like a year from now. Then I'll be like, oh, now I know how to do an intro. I be slow with some stuff. I am, especially when it comes to computers and technology. Ooh. As I grew up, everything was books and reading and all that kind of stuff. And I just would figure it out the best way I could. I got some good old coffee, but it done got cold. But I ain't gonna complain. I like my coffee cold or hot. So, I forgot about that. I'm sitting here thinking now. That's right. Okay. Yo, I have a lot of nieces and nephews. I do. I love my babies, all of them. I just, ever since I came back from South Carolina, and now it's been three, almost, yeah, it'll be 3 years almost. I don't know why I keep on thinking it was longer than that, but it'll be 3 years this year. And I haven't really been doing the stuff I did before I left, and that's the kind of stuff that I like doing. Spending time with the kids, doing hotel rooms, going swimming, just doing things, living life. Mm-mm-mm. Somebody considered posting a joke about a school. I try to watch my words, but basically they said they were going into school with a GUN and they got arrested. And the mom's trying to defend the son after he juked, but he's getting arrested. These kids out here gotta stop playing and taking life for a joke. It's no joke. Stuff is real. Um, I was reading this morning. There are three women that went missing from the same part of Chicago. Three different women, and two of them were pregnant. Sad. It's sad. I didn't really go through the story, so I don't know much about it, but that was one of the headlines. And, like, it's just sad. When you turn the news on, breaks your heart. Turn the internet on, breaks your heart. Um, and this is on all medias nowadays. It's sad, but True. Um, Bye, love. Love you too. Okay. That's why I was asking if you had Instagram, because you could your mom can probably send me a copy or whatever, show me it in Instagram or Messenger. You should be able to do it in Messenger too. Now don't understand what's real. You're right. Because they're so involved in what's going on. Bye, Jazz and Deron. Have a great day, love. Oh, she said she had to run some errands before work. I missed that. Wow, Gianna's going to college already. Oh, wow. I didn't realize she was that old. Wow. Yo, time goes by so fast in the blink of an eye. Hello, Sheila Johnson. How are you? You stay safe too, cousin. Okay, Nakia, thank you for coming in. And I appreciate that. If you're a YouTuber, I will check out your page and make sure I subscribe. Thank you for hitting the bell. I appreciate that. I know, Leilani, I wanted to ask you how you get that computer bot there. I don't know nothing about YouTube, y'all. I need to learn. I really do. And I'll sit there and watch a video trying to learn something. Still can't get it. Oh my God. I can't. Certain things I just can't understand. I'm like, oh, I love that. How you got the message that pops up there. See, I need to start trying to, I guess, ask for it since I'm here. That's what Dean's saying. He's like, if you're here, you might as well ask for comments, like, comment, subscribe. I never do that. Because I guess I was never, like, had the intention to advertise. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Because I was going to say, I guess I got to stop speaking my mind about my feelings before I do that. But that's hard. I can't. If I feel some type of way about somebody and hurt about something or someone, or even feel good about somebody, I like to come and talk to the family about it, see how y'all feel about it. You know what I mean? So, oh, make them a mod. Oh, I'm gonna have to check that out. I never heard of that. That's why I said I need to read some instructions on things I can do. Let me see. I screenshot stuff so I remember. All right, so I'll remember. Said I gotta go, but I definitely hit to subscribe. Thank you. Okay, guess my phone ain't charging. Hold on. I thought we was in. Hold on, I'm gonna make sure I'm charging. I wasn't. I unplugged my phone and it wasn't charging, and I ain't know until it came up low battery. So I don't know what to do when the kids is in school. You feel like you just have time on your hands. That's why I said I'm like, oh, when would I go? Why was I going live so much before? Then I remember when little Dean would off to school, because then I got some free time, free mind. I ain't got to worry about him coming in here in the middle of my conversation, and I could talk as an adult. So, but some kids still aren't in school. I gotta remember that till after the holiday. So Yeah, that's sad. I'm definitely go watch. Probably. I don't really know if I want to now. Watch his whole video after I seen hers, and I only got to see a couple more minutes of hers, but that was enough. I kind of got the story from there because you can tell she's not telling a story about what she's saying. It kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? And like I said, I just looked in her face and her eyes, and clearly you could tell that she was under a lot of stress in the marriage, people being brought in and out. People don't understand, and I think we talked about this once before. Um, when you're in a marriage and trying to work on something when it's for the marriage, I guess when you have too many outsiders involved in your relationship and your business, it is very hard to work out. But I hope that they work on it. You know what I mean? And for the sake of the family and the kids, and be able to, because they have multiple businesses. Oh my God, it's a little kid in here. Little one, go home. Go back to school. Do something, boo. I don't do little kids. All right, you get time out. We don't kick you out right away. You get a second chance. We ain't going to take it personal, nothing you said. Because we know sometimes kids come out their mouth with stuff and then they regret it later. So you can either chill in here, watch, and be quiet, or join in on an adult conversation and keep it moving. If you don't know me or you don't watch my content, it's best not to say anything to me. And that's just a note from me. If you're a YouTuber, definitely don't say anything to me. If you don't have nothing nice to say, that's my theory. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. Because I have no skeletons in my closet. I never came in here with no skeletons in my closet. And don't have to worry about nobody blasting my business out here like I have skeletons in a closet. So some people might have thousands of videos to go through if you want to do some research on me. But like I told some other people, it's best to just hit me up on my inbox. And if I feel like explaining, then I'll explain everything that you want to know. But am I feeding into the pettiness on here no more? Nope. Don't I look relaxed and calm? Unbothered? Don't I look like I'm chilling? Are you hating the fact that I'm chilling? Do you wish you were me right now? You forgot this is Petty Netty. And I love to be petty, so please don't come at me the wrong way. Because I like to clap back. And that's just because I like being petty. Not because I'm an immature woman. So, anyway, I might as well eat my egg. And then maybe she can talk something else. Matter of fact, I got 2 eggs here. You see my egg video? Go comment on that. I could use a comment. If you have something you want to say, comment. And then I'll decide if I'm going to keep it there or block you for good. So, you have a nice day, Quinasia. Me and the egg, right? And I wanted some butter sauce with it. But I'm trying to stay. I was going to say healthy, but yeah. That's what I want to say. I got to work on some things. But I'm blessed not to have no major, major health problems. So, And I say that because before I had little Dean, I was borderline diabetic, which I still am borderline. But it went away for a little bit. After I had Dean, I was good, clear. And then it came back. So I do have to watch certain things because diabetes runs big time in my family. And I don't want to have to be taking no long-term medicines or anything. The one little medicine I'm supposed to take now to keep everything balanced out, it's hard to take. So when I say that, it's because it pretty much glucophages everything, make you go to the bathroom. So I don't like taking my medicines. I'm guilty of that. And the only thing I do take is when I had the epidural, they messed my back up. So I have to take like nerve pain medicine for my neuropathy. So look at all this garlic, Leilani. I love it. I be eating it like it's salt. I don't know why. I've just been wanting garlic lately, and that's not good. Well, I gotta make the egg look good. I'm a little upset my dryer broke. It's making a noise. And I had it for a while, so I'm trying to think how long I had it. Maybe 9 years. But it's a Whirlpool. And it's a big boy. So that kind of hurts. Because I know they don't really sell them like that much no more. I mean, I'm sure I can get one, but it's just stressful when you don't have a dryer. I don't think people understand. I'm about to go get one of them joints like back in the day that grandma used to have to hang up the stuff in the house. Yep. So I don't know. I was going to say I wasn't going to stay on here long. I was just going back through comments, but I wanted to come on, have that little chat, because that was something that was bothering me. Not really bothering me, but I was watching the video, and that hurt my heart to see her so upset after he did that. That was wrong. And it ain't like it's not easy to apologize after you do something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I was gonna say that's sad. It didn't have to be that rough, but some people just make their own beds that they got lay in later. At the end of the day, that's what's gonna happen. He gonna end up getting a bed that he ain't gonna really want to lay in. Hey, Blaze Brown. Yes, you gotta go watch. You gotta go watch her video. She just put out a video, explaining that he has a problem, as with alcohol, and he has been beating on her for a long time. So he never beat her face, but she said a lot of her tattoos are to cover up scars, pretty much. And I think that's sad. Yeah, it is crazy because he shouldn't have never came out on the stream. Like, he really ain't think about his side, or maybe he thought that she wasn't going to tell. But she said he cheated on her with multiple women. Um, and she said that a couple of times it was in front of the kids and in her house, and that the neighbors were actually telling her about the other women in her house while she would be out working. She said she had to run all the businesses by herself, ordering things, making sure the employees get paid. She said it was times where she would have to go and get supplies, order supplies, um, be at salons late at night, closing them down by herself. It was a lot. You gotta watch her video. Like, that's sad. Like, that's what I'm saying. People don't look at both sides to every story. Like, now people bashing her real bad because of what he said, but they didn't know her side of what she went through. So I didn't get to watch the whole video, but enough that he should have just been quiet instead of trying to raise YouTube. He should know from, I hate to keep using her name, but the Chris and Queen situation, anybody who is a public figure, they should have learned from that whole situation that you just don't want to have to put your stuff out there if you don't have to. Like, I could see if they actually broke up while they was on Love and Hip Hop and everybody knew, and it was a big, like theirs, it was kind of taped day by day by day. So you was like, kind of felt like you was in the household, kind of, to an extent. But this one, I don't think anybody ever would have known the DL of it all. But I guess to make himself look good after she got arrested, he feels like, all right, well, she put me out, so, or maybe he left. I don't know what happened, but at this point, I'm glad you're out there. Um, but, oh God, it's just sad. Yeah, I just started watching them. I don't even really know them like that. I just started watching them recently when they did a seafood mukbang. And then I seen Martin Lewis saying to her, you notice that you don't put ads on your stuff. So, of course, then I went to go look at her content to see what kind of content she had that he was suggesting her. And then that's when I realized that she was a reality star. And I was like, oh, okay. And she did a video using Beloved sauce. So that I was watching that too. So I was like, oh, dang. So she is doing YouTube. Say she be cooking. She be eating. Say she know how to cook. See, I never really watched her cook. I know she was getting down on that seafood though. She was eating, I don't know if she was just eating crabs or them little tiny crabs like crayfish or something, crawfish. Yo, she was eating them like a pro. I can't eat them little tiny things and even get no meat out. She was, you could tell she from Maryland. She could eat a Merlin crab. Yes. Okay, that's fine. She can eat. I was watching them eating the oodles and noodles they was eating. Yeah, they did like a noodle challenge, the hot spicy noodle challenge. So I was watching that one day, her and the girl. So that's why I said I'm just getting to know her, as in watching her videos a little bit and seeing. But to see her brokenhearted, to have to tell her story out here, I'm glad. Like she said, she had to take her time and gather her thoughts. I'm so glad that she did, because she presented that in the best way possible and very, very mature about it. That mature people, when they watch it, they'll understand the insides and outs of what he was trying to say. You know what I mean? I only seen a part of his, so I can't really judge his part. But at the same time, I think he was wrong for even putting their business on the internet stream like that for views. So they said all he kept saying is subscribe and comment and whatever. Like, are you serious? Y'all, Dean proposed to me. Y'all want to see my ring? You like? From the bread box. Fits perfect, y'all. Might last forever. It's like, nah, let me. Y'all know I must be tired. Oh my God, it's like a whole new world for me. I had to get up like 5 o'clock in the morning to be killing a girl. Cause I'm one that I like to stay up at night. So lately I've been having to go to bed early and get up extra early, and then I'll be tired. But then I'm like, I want to talk to the YouTube fam, but then I'm tired. And when I'm tired, I get silly. So I really shouldn't be on here too much when I'm tired. Yes, he's in middle school now, junior high. I said that yesterday. I'm like, junior high. He's like, junior high. I said, that's what it is. A step before high school. So he had a good first day yesterday. And I'm proud. I was going to say cuz usually um he still has a hard time with snaps, like to snap his buttons or jeans and stuff like that. So I usually get him like sweats and stuff. So I was able to find him like they kind of like track jogging pants kind of. So he got a couple pairs of them and he likes that material. So but I was able to take him into Model Sporting Goods. It's a I don't know if y'all have one down there, but I know actually no, you're in California too. One of our other subbies, L Dot, said they don't have Models there. But Models is a sporting goods store where you can buy clothes and sneakers and all kinds of stuff. But I was able to take him in there and let him help pick out his stuff. Because before he was like, you don't let me help pick out my stuff, and I don't like the stuff that you pick out. So he's getting to that age where he's going to be more, hold on, let me put this on the stand. He's getting to that age where he's getting more, you know, he ain't really complaining about name brand stuff. So like he tried on a couple of pairs of Adidas, but I ended up getting him New Balance because they're more comfortable for him, and I'd rather go for comfortability versus my niece like get him Jordans, but then the Jordans, because he has wide feet, sometimes they bother him. So because they get narrow. So he's not really specific on that kind of stuff right now, and I'm so glad because that's when it's going to really start costing me money. When he gets materialistic, he's not materialistic yet, and I'm so glad. Yeah, I love New Balance. I think they're comfortable for him, so he likes them. Oh, you was in sixth grade when you wanted to start picking your stuff. I guess that's the age, right? Because that's what he just started. Like last year, he was like, why do my friends dress this way and I always got to wear these sweats? And I'm like, why can't I have this and that? And then I'm like, well, certain things he really has a hard time snapping because somebody was like, does he have can he do the clamps over? But then he has to see and he has a hard time looking down to see. So I'm like, he can button, but he's not fast and swift with everything like we are, or like a kid his age. So I just like to I'd rather stay safe and keep him with the stretch waist stuff on. And then I got him a bunch of different color polo shirts. Cause I like them in those button up shirts. I love those button up shirts with the collar. I really do.
girl in there.
What?
Oh, girl in there.
Leilani?
Yeah.
Yep, Leilani's in here.
Hold that.
Oh, Leilani,
Hold
Dean
that.
wanted me to show you that your sauce is getting poured. Because it will be getting sent out today. Blaze Brown's in here too, Dean. Sorry, buddy. There's your sauce, Leilani. She's getting ready. I'm going to have to get some bubble wrap, so I hope she makes it there safely. These jars are pretty good, though. I was going to use the water bottles, but I like to be professional here. Sealed with a kiss. So if you're still in here, Leilani, I'll be mailing yours out today. Or Dean might not make me go out, and he will walk to the mailbox for me. Let me stop. I don't know. I'm saying that because he's listening. Big Dean Blaze said, hey.
Who else we got to send something out to? Who else we got?
She said, oh man, about to be killing him.
Who else we got?
That's,
Did you say somebody else? Leilani and who else?
No, I think Leilani's the only one that I promised sauce to
All right.
so far.
Okay.
Now, Blaze Brown wants some. I will send you some, Blaze.
Blaze Brown wants some?
You want some? Because I got your address. I can send you some.
Blaze Brown
That's why I say I don't mind sending stuff. I want to send. I'm gonna send you another
Blaze
collection,
Brown,
Bear. I love the picture of your collection.
Blaze Brown wants some sauce.
Do you want some sauce, Blaze? Dean said you want some sauce.
It's just that simple.
Eldar said, hey, Blaze. Your middle name, Dean? Really?
They want the sauce or no?
Yeah, well, I was going to say I'm going to get some bottles because I think they'll be easier because she's out in Cali. You got to go further.
Yeah.
So I'd rather get plastic instead of the glass. I know, but
listen, I'll get it.
Because, listen, you're not understanding.
It's okay. Just go ahead.
I'm honestly say on live in front of the family, if I do some bottles, it'd be a little bit cheaper to mail them out because I could send them out in a box, in a little box. You know what I'm saying? But like for the one that glass, I have to double wrap that with bubble wrap, and then they charge like $6 for the bubble wrap, and then they charge $15 to send it out. So I'm just being honest with him because he doesn't know what I'm talking about. But yes, they be charging me to mail these packages out like $15 for the certain size box. Oh, send the shipping. I never thought about that, but you know what? I'm like honestly just giving stuff out as a gift because I was like, if for now, you know what I mean, like family members, close family members, um, like you, Duran and Jazz. I don't know if they tried it before, but I will definitely give them something to try. Yes, that's true. Dean saying I should use old salad dressing jars. The Kens, yeah, that's true. That's all. And put them in there. Plastic. It's probably better. If you go to Walmart, you can get the little bottles. Oh, yeah, I could do that for little samples. That's a good idea because I can put them in the little mail-in envelopes because they're plastic. That's true. So that's what I was saying. It'll be a little cheaper too when you can send them out in the in the envelope packages versus the big boxes. So no,
So we're gonna do this.
That's going to Leilani.
It's going to Leilani. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to get that one done. Yeah, we just gotta get bubble wrap from the post office. And then we can send that one out. So yeah, I just wanted, you know what? Because nobody ever really contacted me for sauce. They just have like seen the videos, and then a couple of YouTube family members that actually do YouTube is where I said if I send them out, would they do a video for me? So trying it, because I would love to see their reaction. So the only person I actually sent it to was Beloved, but I hadn't gotten a response. So I don't know if she got it or tried it or liked it, and I would love to know. But when Leilani tries it, she said she will make a video, and that way you guys can go and watch Leilani's and see her reaction to it. Is really good sauce. Like honestly, I'm not just saying it because it's my dad's sauce. It's a sauce that honestly, like, because it's not no butter in there. You know what I mean? Hers is totally different. This is something that you could use on steak. I was eating it on my potatoes last night. You can eat it on just potatoes. A lot of my family, they'll put it in their eggs, in their grits, because they like that ketchup base. But it's got a taste to it that it can go with any and everything. You can use it as a marinade as well. I just use it as a sauce. Big Dean uses it to marinate his chicken. So I guess my dad should have advertised it like a marinade versus sauce, but to him, he's not really into advertisement. He was more so into, see, I guess it's the way you're raised. Um, some people would say your pride's too high, but I would say that you're blessed and comfortable with the way you live, and that's how we were raised. Um, that if you're not starving or wanting for anything major or expensive material things, um, then we're happy, you know. So for years, and it's been over 30 years, he's been selling this sauce. And when I say selling the sauce, people buy it by the gallon. They buy 4 and 5 gallons when they come. But there's been many of people that have approached him about bottling his sauce and putting it on the market. It's very expensive, so he never really even wanted to even think about going into it. He's I am his child. He is not a paper person. So when it comes to somebody saying you gotta sign or read or do this and that, my dad be like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm just he always said I'll go by word of mouth. And his word of mouth went a long way. There's people that just would come 2 and 3 hours travel to come for his ribs and that sauce. So I mean, that's just honestly, I know that anybody who tries it loves it. I mean, there's not one person I ever seen try that sauce and be like, I can't, or I can't take it, or I don't like it. Now, it used to be very much so hotter than it is, to the fact that I wouldn't eat it at one point because it was so hot. And my dad's like, that's my signature. You know, I ain't making it no cooler. But now over the years, as people got older, they realized that you can't always take that heat. So he lightened up on the heat, and it still has that nice kick of a spice to it, but then it's got a little sweetness to it, but then it got a little bit of bitter to it, but then it's perfect. I'm telling y'all, it is. It's like, yeah, you got your sweet, your sour, your I'm not gonna be giving up no and more information. It's like, but and another thing is I have to be careful who I mail it to, trusting people, because once I told my brother that I was mailing it out, he said be careful because some people can try to turn around against you and get it, try to get try to copy this recipe, and being that we don't have it on the market, could try to market it themselves. So you have to be very careful and leery of people. So I've been sending it to people that I trust in to try it. You know what I mean? So gotta be careful. It's so sad, but that's what he was saying to me, and I was like, I ain't never think of it like that. It's like nowadays they got machines that can you can run the stuff through and it'll tell you exactly what's in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's sad but true. So and goodness, sorry. Like my one brother, he's like, "Oh, you mean to tell me I can't do it?" And I'm like, "He better not." So, um, there was one time him and his friend, when my dad was in South Carolina, they decided to start their own rib business, and they were using my dad's sauce recipe and his rib recipe. So my dad was upset about it, you know. So he's like, "Why didn't y'all ask? Y'all just kind of like they tried to step on his toes." And it was sad because it's like, "Dad, your own son," but they did, and it was sad. But me, I know how to make the sauce, but I could only make it by a 5 gallon bucket, like I was taught. So I think it's very hard to make or copy unless you have it down packed. So, I can't. I was gonna say I can't wait to get it out so Leon can try it, and at least somebody else will understand what I'm saying. I know people from the area. There's like Facebook is under WHOOLEYS ribs on Facebook, and you get to see different pictures that people posted that been there and the page likes and all that. So that's the main one. And then I just changed my Instagram. It's still Nettie and Lil Dino's, but it's under Hoolie's Ribs too, and sauce to advertise the sauce. But he's still like, oh, okay, whatever you do, kind of nonchalant. Oh, okay. So your brother is there. Oh, we were just talking about you for a minute. Dean he bottled your sauce up online. I said so we have to make sure we mail it out because I want to I can't wait to see your reaction. That's what it is. I want to see how you like it. So that's what we were talking about. How about all that time Leilani wasn't in here? She just said I'm back. Oh, he's showing you again.
You
He
missed
just
the bottle up, chick. You missed your bottle up by your boy, the DN316. I bottle up especially for you. Especially for you. Believe that.
oh that's laughing.
And if I send something out extra, don't worry about it. Because I might send you a little something else too.
Look, and if I get, well, I probably won't get to the store today because I was going to say, if you don't mind waiting, I can get you another box of that Saison before I send it out. If you don't mind waiting. It's just that the store that I get that big box from, actually, they had it at the warehouse the other day. But the store I go to is about 20 minutes from here. Leilani said, thank you, Dean.
Got you.
We had a really bad
I got
storm
you.
last night. My brother had. Oh, a tree on his house. Oh, no. Wow. Sorry to hear that. Saying you got your power and your internet, huh? That ain't funny. I'm saying my prayers for everybody else, but you got yours. That ain't no joke not having no electricity from power outage because you never know when the people coming out.
Yeah, we've been down there,
Yes,
remember?
L dot. That's where I get it from. I get it from Walmart, and then there's another place called ShopRite where that's where I got it from last time. But they have like a great value box where they have an extra big box, and sometimes they have it at Walmart. But a lot of the times, Walmart sells out of that Goya stuff where I'm at, because the section that where the Walmart is, it's a lot of Spanish people around there, so they be in there taking a lot of the in the ethnic aisle. It's usually a lot clearer. Yup, in the Mexican aisle. It's a orange box. Wow. Yup. Why you use Sasson too, L dot? And I got a sofrito recipe up there. You know how I make homemade sofrito? Or you could buy it, but it don't taste as good. But yes, I made that sofrito the other day, and some rice. I was talking about that yesterday with some chicken and steak with some Spanish rice. It was so good. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm about to turn this into a taco bowl. That's how good it was. Yep, yep. Homemade sofrito. I don't know if when I made my homemade sofrito, it might have been in a video where I was making Thanksgiving dinner because I remember me doing that. But yeah, look at. Hold on, let me see. I think I do have a video of just making sofrito. Cause y'all know me, I'll get on here and say a topic and get on here and talk to the family for a couple hours. And then people be like, I am not going through that whole video. Hold on.
This is what the sofrito looks like.
Yeah, a couple days old.
Now this stuff is good.
I'm sure it
You
is.
kidding me? I want
Dean
to
wants
show
to
y'all
show you
something. I
what
want to show
the
y'all
homemade
something.
sofrito
This is
I
what
made look
the
like.
sofrito looks like if y'all can see it.
Depending
See
on
how it
the
comes
stuff
down?
that you put in, you can either leave it green or turn it orange.
And that's what the sofrito looks like.
It smells so good. Oh, lordy. Why you ain't putting none in my steak, though?
And see, look, y'all. This is the way it looks like when it's fully done. That's what the sofrito looks like,
Fresh
guys.
garlic, fresh onions, red pepper, green peppers,
That's
orange
good on your
peppers.
meats and everything. Is good for marinating different things like that. Love to cook with it.
So that's all it is, really.
You know,
Multi-peppers, vegetable oil, some
everything in here
sazon,
is fresh for you.
fresh garlic, fresh peppers, all chopped up together. And that's sofrito for you, baby. But let me look and see if I got it. I ain't make no pastelillos in a long time. That's what I've been wanting. The other day I had some. Yeah, boo. I don't have my recipe on here, but there's a lot of, excuse me. It's a lot of recipes on here. It ain't come out, but it was about to. Look at me about to drool. I don't drool. I must have had my head down for a minute. I'm looking at that sofrito like, excuse me, y'all. That's funny. I'm like, wait a minute. You want to say hi to the fam for a minute? Are you working?
Yeah, I got a lot to do, y'all. I got a lot to do. You know, we're getting ready to go in the winter time, so I have to sort through all the winter stuff. Make sure the stuff that I'm packing up that was for the summer is washed, you know what I'm saying, and packed up and stuff. So it's a couple things that you gotta do, you know. It's back to school time here in PA worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I got some things I gotta do. You know? Been busy, very busy.
No, I just had I have to run to the restroom real quick, fam. If y'all don't mind, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
We good? Can y'all hear me? Could y'all hear me? Cool. Okay. This is little Dino's. This is some of little Dino's room. So I've been in here. I've been working on stuff. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of things that I got to sort through and go organize and stuff. You know, he's got his drums over here. I got to get ready. You know, he in big boy status now, big boy mode. So I got to start taking and breaking down a lot of games and putting stuff where they're supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm rearranging everything. You know what I'm saying? They say like spring cleaning, winter cleaning, different things like that. I'm rearranging, I'm decorating. And that's good for you guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about like, you know, maybe opening up his room because I got some posters and stuff. Maybe guys can help me come in there and say, oh, put this over here. This might look nice. You know what I'm saying? So you guys can be part of our lives. You know what I'm saying? That's really about it. You know what I'm saying? Still doing the same things I got to do out here, just working on everything else that I got to work on and put up. You know what I'm saying? The baby fish, they still thriving, y'all. They getting bigger. If you see them over there in the corner, I don't know if y'all can see them. They should be all the way down there. Now, like a lot of people may not know, but for baby fish, it's best to leave their water, you know, when it's kind of dirty because the conditioning of their water is it'll break them down. It'll beat them up. You know what I'm saying? So you have to you know, they have to stay in a separate tank. I got the yeah. Somebody said the power went out at their place, right? Leilani, when our power went out, and no, they're not guppies. They're African cichlids. Um, our power went out, and there was all this stuff that, and this was a while ago. There was all this stuff that formed up on the glass. See this right here? This is the actual dirt on the glass with, which that will help the fish thrive. Okay, will definitely help it thrive. A dirty tank is definitely a good tank. Not too dirty now, but as you can see, these guys are down here doing good. You know what I'm saying? And then like over here, I've got the 75er over here. You know, and this is the 75 gallon right here. And we've had this for about, whoa, hold on a minute, y'all. Sorry about that. We've had this for about a good 12, 13 years. Some of these fish in here, they're a lot older than Dino was. So, you know, I'm trying to more like decorate the place. You know, I've got the TV over here. This was given to me by a friend of ours. And of course, you'll be seeing this TV some more. I've got a books up here for Dino to get all educational and myself. You know, reading is very important. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's about it worldwide. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing some work and things. You know, it's a couple clothes I got. I would show y'all that, but look a little bit messy now. So we ain't gonna show that. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's about it. You know, and I'm gonna green the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Me like I said, I'm the maintenance guy. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Thanks, L. Dot. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that very much, but I'm definitely working harder on Dino because it's time to start stepping up and doing the things that you know you got to do. Sometimes you could lay back, you can say, okay, he's a little child right now, you know, he's having fun, but he kind of like getting into the big leagues. Y'all know what I'm saying? He getting into the big leagues, you know, the big leagues. So that's about it. You know, I do have some gifts and some giveaways that I will be giving away. You know, as far as the room, some certain parts of the room right now hasn't been greened out, but the parts that, oh, by the way, this is the picture that my lady was telling y'all about. This is walking by, you know, this is the walking by faith. Her and her mom designed this, got in there and just, you know, they just had fun with that thing. You know, paint with a twist. So, you know, I just wanted to show you guys a little inside of what's going on, like I usually do. And just thanks for letting me share my home with you guys. Thank you.
But you'll show more once it's
I
remodeled.
definitely will, and I'm definitely gonna open up Dean's room for designing because I have posters and stuff. And you know, if people, you know, we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how it is. You know.
Well, it's hard to match curtains for this room now. So, I got I was gonna say I don't even know if those curtains are gonna
Yo,
go in here.
Yo,
Oh, Dean wants y'all to see his robot.
my man is still good.
He's still
He's
good.
still good. Me and him, we just having a little talk. You know what I'm saying? Some recording sessions. You know, doing a couple things. Right now, it's on the charging bay. Um, yeah. So
He's a teacher.
that's about it. I'm hoping this year in that school, maybe I'll be able to take it in like I did other schools.
Hmm.
You know, and really give them a little example on robotics, servos, and things that I might know. You know, so that's what I want to do. You know.
Blaze Brown said she been wondering where he was.
He ain't going nowhere.
Was realizing yesterday that my third grader is doing algebra. Whoa. Yes. Yeah, they don't know nothing about it. Say he never took algebra until he was in college. Wow. Wow. Oh, he got a master's. Wow. Right? God bless him. It was a little easier for them back then. It wasn't, it's not as easy for us nowadays. That's what's up. Yeah, the robot, he's been out on shelves. Like, nah, they had him out there on the shelf. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going back to other comments. Somebody said, "Where's Dino?" Hey, Sherry Gilliam, how are you? Yes, they're back in school. He was back in his first day of school yesterday. He started junior high yesterday. Math in kindergarten. They ain't playing these days.
They see the difference.
Yeah, they brightened up a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. They want like this.
Okay. I mean, it's up to you. It's honestly good enough with that. I want to just lighten my eyes up more. Yes. I never barely learning shapes. You are so correct. See, I guess I'm hella old, huh? Yeah, they way past that stuff. That's why I said I'm like, I delayed his education a lot because when we moved to South Carolina, I let him go to school down there for like a year and a half, and then I took him out and started homeschooling him. And I believe that I kind of delayed him, pushed him back a little bit. So when we got back up here, he was had a hard time catching up, and now he's kind of like learning and just moving along. My kid's been coming home with homework. Ooh, right, playtime, homework, and Head Start. Well, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. So when I was in South Carolina, the homeschooling thing that I signed up with, it wasn't a online homeschooling. They allowed you, and my girlfriend said they changed that law now, which I think is a much better for the children. But
Don't forget
I
they
went
did
through a
allow the.
private agency, and so what they did, they sent the books out to you, and you created your child's lesson the way you wanted to. So what I did was he was in like third grade. I asked for second grade books. So I wanted to start, from the year before and kind of like bring them to my speed, but I took them back a little bit. So the only thing that I didn't like about it, it was too free. And that's just me being honest. I was able to just up and go and travel and write in a book how many hours I put in that day with him. So it got too fun for me. We started traveling. We went to Florida. We went to Atlantic City and stayed a month because I was looking for places here in Philly. So I had timeshare there, so I was paying like $200 a week. So I stayed there for a month, and so I was able to do his lessons. But at the same time, when I was not feeling like doing it, then he didn't get his lesson for the day. So I felt like I messed him up a little bit. And that's just how I feel from that. I just feel like if I stayed on task or didn't even take him back a level or so, that he would have been more up to par. But I came to the reality that he needed extra help and to be put in special ed with a IEP, a very strict one. So that's when I decided to put him back in public school because I was like, nah, he needs the education, he needs the kids because he was home all the time, all day, and if we ain't do nothing on the weekends, he wasn't getting out unless I was traveling. And then when we were traveling, it was like people were like, "Why isn't your kid in school?" And I'm like, "Well, he homeschools." And then they're like, asking so much, and then I just felt like it was too free. So now they make you go through the state and as well as the schools. But when I was down there, the schools weren't ran by the state. It was more so private. So the principal was the superintendent's cousin, and then they got their cousins and family members to work in the schools. So it was like it wasn't being taken seriously, the education. And then to me it was more so it was a pick and choose thing. If I know your parent or I taught your parent, then I'll make sure you learn too. And I kind of felt like he was being uh I ain't gonna say mistreated, but I feel like because we were coming from PA to South Carolina, it was kind of like a cultural shock. Um, in a lot of ways, there's a lot of different things that went on as far as the way we talk here and the way they talk down there. They didn't accept him because they wonder why he talked a different way. Um, and this is kids. This is where you go where the kids start getting mean. But if he didn't live in the same apartment complex that they lived in, it's like you're an outsider. Um, so that's where we started realizing, second, third grade, start realizing the kids and how mean they can be, how cruel they can be with just a little bit of stuff that they say. So it was like nobody really hung out with them except for when it was time to go swimming. Oh, can I come over your house and go swimming? That's when I had to start making him realize, certain people are going to be here for you as your friend, and certain people are going to try and use you for what they can get. In South Carolina, there was one Caucasian kid in his class, one, and all the kids were mean to him, and he was a little overweight, and so was Dino. So they took to each other and they became best friends. And so he had, well, asked Dean to come to his church. So we let Dean go to the church and go to Bible study and everything. And it was, in the South, it's different. So where I was at, it's changed. I ain't going to say it's changing because I was going to say when I was down there 3 years ago, it still was the same. But they literally have African American churches and Caucasian churches. They still kind of separate, and I still don't understand how, but that still happens. But so we ended up becoming well, we weren't members, but we were congregating with the little boy and his family. Because of course I was raised love sees no color, so I just joined in. If they was preaching out the same Bible as they were at the African American church, that's how I felt. As long as I was hearing the word and understood it, so we joined their church, and that's where we were kind of comfortable at until we ended up moving back. Yeah. Well, that's what makes it hard to have kids these days. Some people are scared because of the world that we have to bring them into, and it's not that I was sad to have a kid, but I went back into the conversation about the lady with the that cried about having a little girl, and just listen to some of the other people's inputs on it. And the lady who was actually doing the show, she was saying that, being, oh yeah, you found his cologne. Yeah. Big D was going crazy in here this morning trying to find Lil Dean's cologne because he didn't want him to have no more of his. It's like, nah. But it was like, where's his? Where's his? I'm like, the Dean, you got about 20. Give him one. So, oh goodness. I be getting sidetracked talking about so much. I forgot to plug us back in. Hold on. I don't be knowing until it say low battery. Lives will shoot your battery right on down.
A couple things I gotta take care of.
Wait a minute, let me make sure we still plugged in. So you were scared to have a boy because of the world we live in and raising. Yup, black men. So that's what I was gonna say. So, she was saying that maybe the lady was scared for the simple fact that the stuff that the women are going through and the stuff that the men are putting them through these days. Because she had another live about girls just in general settling for the man not working and being at home and them being out there working and taking care of the household. Back in the day, it was more so like we say, the man was supposed to be the breadwinner, go out there and do everything. As today's society, more so the women are, some women are making a lot more money than the men. So, and we all know that daycare is very expensive. So sometimes it could be easy to keep the man home as long as your household is okay. Me with Dean, I was going to say, when little Dean was first born and had to get all those surgeries, it was like every 6 months he was getting surgery, but he was at the hospital every 3 months for checkups. So Dean was missing a lot more work than, because I wasn't going, and I'm dead serious, I wasn't going into the city by myself. So I'll be like, Dean, you coming with me? I'm not going to go sit in, well, definitely not going to surgery by myself. So I kind of asked him to chill on work for a little bit because I was like, we're good. We got enough to maintain our rent and take care of bills. So Dean was out of work for a while, but of course, always a hustler, meaning put computers together, take one apart and put it all the way back together. Game systems. We've done game systems for people that we charged $400 and $500, but we know certain times of the year parents can afford it. So we do it at income tax time. We would advertise the systems, make sure that people's kids were hooked up for the year. And but we did always have done anywhere from computers to fixing them up, reselling them. um he has the little the little, I want to say store, but we have not been doing nothing we supposed to be doing. Supposedly posting stuff and starting a store online, and I haven't even got myself together enough to even read up on a website. Just so much going on. But that's why I say we were blessed in the meantime. Because, hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. Oh, that's a rerun. I'm sorry. I thought they were saying something else about Meek Mills. They ain't really gonna be talking much about it now. He's done. They had the They said as far as the weapon charges, they used that as time served. But then they were shooting at the graduate hospital yesterday, and 3 people got shot. It's sad, y'all. It's so much going on. The other day, a 14-year-old was playing in the schoolyard. Somebody came. I'm sure you already know what I want to say. I have to watch what I say on here because like YouTube be like really filtering certain words. So I have to watch what I say. So it's sad because I'm like that little boy. They say he was just about to go to high school. Then yesterday, a man got brutally attacked by 2 pit bulls. They were on him for, they said, about 10, like 10, 15 minutes. Till the cops came and had to take one of them out. And then the other one went and ran off. But they said he was walking down the street and they attacked him and took him down to the ground. In the video, somebody went to go, oh my goodness, y'all, the news, oh my goodness. I'm going to stop reading it because it'd be more and more coming up. Stop looking at it. Metro PCS was robbed. Southwest Philly. The owner had to take the boy out. People are sad. It's sad these days. They ain't getting it that business owners, they can't take no chances. That's just like, have y'all been keeping up on the story with the 2 girls where the mom took them to the fight to go fight the girl at her salon? And that girl went and took the lives of both of them girls. But she's not charged due to self-defense. But they had set up and she told them to come to her job that day. Where they messed up was by going there because they provoked her. So they said she acted out in self-defense. They talking about the lady who left the baby in the car the other day, y'all. Hold on, because we was talking about that too. This is a whole nother one at a Dollar Tree. Mm. This woman left the baby in there while she went into a Dollar Tree for a half hour. So they said when she returned, they had to get the boy treated, and then he was released to his father. Sometimes I wonder if people do this stuff purposely. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't see in 11 years, I can't see me getting out the car and leaving my son in there. I just can't. I can't. Like, I flipped the wig when it was hot and he was in my sister's car sleeping with the windows down in the heat. Because if I'm in a car, I keep the air on. These kids really need to grow up. They ain't going around New Jersey spraying people's houses down with spray paint. They're tagging their houses and their cars just for no reason. I'm listening to a little bit. I don't want to show it because I know you can't show the news, but I'm talking about it. So yeah, I need to get an update on the little boy that was playing in the school field the other day. Then y'all wonder why I be having so much on my mind and can't stay thinking about one thing because I be taking on too many other people's problems. or if I just hear something, it really literally messes with me. So I was watching another thing this morning. A young college student in Mexico. She was doing a pose for Instagram or one of her social media sites, but she was upside down on her balcony over a glass balcony, and she lost her grip and fell. I know that man from
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
That dude comes to the rib shack. That's why we know him. Yeah, that's why we know him. He comes down and get ribs.
Look, somebody vandalized. Oh, the school property that we was talking about.
Yep.
Sad. What? Philly need to do better. Better. They need to do better all over the world, but this is ridiculous.
Why they dragging him out
Now they
there?
dragging people, customers out of McDonald's. I don't know what happened because it looked like a darn lady.
Maybe they don't want their pickles.
Is that lady? Shut up, Dean.
Maybe they don't want their pickles.
Is that a man or a
That's
lady?
something that look like a man.
Oh, okay,
That look
yeah.
like a big dude too.
But my thing is, look, a job. She got fired. It was the manager. I ain't hear what happened exactly. What it say, Dean? Customer being escorted out of the McDonald's. And what did it say?
17th and Walnut.
17th and Walnut, but it ain't say why.
That's a good area, 17th and Walnut.
Yeah, but she got fired, and another business owner called
See,
her.
for people that don't know, 17th is Walnut is more down towards Center City. So it's some things you just can't do. You know what I'm saying? Like you in Center City, you got all the business people out there. You got people from the courts and stuff. They see this. It majorly affects and changes
Look,
the
look,
way. Can't hear it.
that's our post.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Look, NAACP Unified. Yeah, they need to.
Yep, that's our hope.
So they're talking about my mom's neighborhood, what I was on here crying about to y'all the other night. They're trying to take over that neighborhood and basically they try to move our people out. But the NAACP is stepping in now and they need to. They should have been.
Hey,
Why not?
yeah,
Like I said, it's wrong the way it's all going down and now they just kind of
yes,
pushing people out of there.
yes. Something to talk about.
It is something to talk
Something
about.
to talk about. And I got some
Johnson and
footage.
Johnson
I got
ordered to
some
pay
footage. I got some footage
572
of how they
million
did that
Oklahoma
land
opioid
and how they're
crisis.
changing the land over. I was just looking at those footages the other day and thinking to
All that
myself,
Johnson's baby lotion I bought over these years.
right about,
They
right about now, so many people got a case for Johnson. Don't
Yeah,
even
because what I
realize
was
it.
about to say is
Don't
they
even
was the same ones
realize it.
putting the talc in the powder and causing cancer. There was one mom, she said she was adopted parent. She adopted multiple children and all her kids were born under their their parents being addicted to the opioids. They got them good. 572 million.
From now on, you can plug that in, and then use that whenever
Mhm. I need my money back. What money back, boo? Still pickleless. Still no pickles. Hold up, let me go back. Blaze Brown talking about still no pickle. She probably ain't eating pickles no more. Hey, family team.
Like when somebody works in a place for a long period of time and they're telling you what's going on, Man, you know, it's just a lot of people that realize,
Yeah,
like,
the
you know,
mom needs to go to jail. I'm sorry, I missed that conversation. I'm steady talking about stuff and going on. What these parents be thinking. She left them there at that. Then, yeah, the chemicals in the water. I'm starting to think. I be wondering, like, I was like, zombie stuff can't happen, but they had a couple of incidents here in Philly where people
there must be a storm
acted
brewing
like
for Remy.
zombies on people out in the street. Literally. Y'all
Dormy.
can look that up in Philly. A couple of years ago, some guy going to jump out the window and chase this girl down the street and bite her, but worse. But mental, you right. It's in the air. It's in Johnson and Johnson's products. Like, let me stop being petty, but I'm so sincere. But it's true. These drug companies putting that stuff out there. These opioids out here. People are getting addicted. They running around here acting crazy. They ain't taking care of their babies, or either they're some of them are addicted to it and they're having the babies and they're leaving the babies in the woods. But this one lady was on there saying how she adopted so many kids that had defects from their parents, and so she was a big fighter on the front line against Johnson and Johnson, because she's taking care of those kids. I know that's right from the Johnson and Johnson products. Right? I'm like, wait a minute, hold up. Man, they talk about if you have any family members that may
Everybody
have
use
ended up with
Johnson.
cancer. I'm like,
Everybody use
yes,
Johnson
we
and Johnson.
all
I'm
used to put
sorry.
the Johnsons.
The
Don't tell
powder,
me
the
y'all don't know that
lotion,
about it. When we was younger, we ain't
everybody
know no
Johnson.
better. We was putting that
Hey,
powder right in
listen.
our
Hey,
panties,
listen. We even use their Q-tips, y'all.
putting it
You
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
panties, putting
We
it
do
under the boobs, your
everything.
booms, under the tatas. To try to think you was keeping something dry. Till the one day I ended up with yeast infection at like 12, 13 years old. That I lost my mind and I ain't messed with powder since. Cause they was like, listen, there's
Just
yeast in the powder
what's that on the shelf?
and the yeast feed off of what, powder?
Never mind.
Yeah, I'm lowest.
Johnson.
Oh, Johnson, I just said they
Of
can give me
course,
some of my money
yeah.
back for all
Yeah,
these
you
Johnson
know.
products. Look, my last name is Johnson, y'all. So I swear about Johnson
My
products.
thing is,
But now
my
they are
question is,
guilty
can they
as
afford to
charged.
take such a financial hit with what they've done
Oh
to
yeah,
us
they
all these
can. All
years?
the money that they making.
So then everybody should write their list.
True indeed.
That's true indeed. Because we all have powdered our babies' butts. We've
Powder.
used
Yeah, you're right
lotions.
about that.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, see,
We've
when Dean
used,
was born, we ain't used powder. Remember, because they was like,
yeah, they would, yeah.
once the baby
Yep,
breathes the powder up in
yep,
their nose, they can't get it out unless they
yes,
sneeze.
yes.
So we were like, oh no, we
Yeah,
stopped using
say that
powder
again so people
instantly.
will hear
But
that, because
that
that's
was one of
very
the
serious.
most
Say that again
products that
so
I
people
got
will
at my
hear
baby
that.
shower, like Johnson's products, but a lot of powder. People swear by giving powder or putting powder on their babies' butts. Don't do it, guys. If y'all don't know,
The
the
nostrils.
Johnson and Johnson's powder has stuff in there, chemicals in there that is causing cancer.
But not only that, the
You
human
want to sit next to
nostril.
me?
Okay, there's filters in our nose. That's the hairs, and they protect us from all different kind of things. Like if you're on a construction site, dirt and things like that. So just imagine if a child does not have those. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So
He keep
you
coming in
know,
and going out. I'm like, sit next to me. I'm moving over and
nah,
everything.
you good. I don't want to talk too much. I have really a lot of work to do, y'all. Love y'all, but I got a lot of work to do. Your boy is ripping through, doing some things, and it's the way it is worldwide. But y'all got the netty net. Y'all got the netty net.
Yes, we did use it as adults. That I learned when little Dean was born. That was only 11 years ago. So how many babies did I put powder on their bones? Because we swore by powder.
Yes. We grew up putting powder on babies' butts, man.
My granny put powder on the mattresses. That we did too.
Mm-hmm.
We was
Mm-hmm.
good for that. Leilani, you just
Who
brought me
said
way
that? Who
back,
said that? Who said
Leilani.
that? Good
Leilani,
point. I
she's same
forgot
age as
about
me because
that.
we
Good
sure did.
point.
They had
Good
mad
point.
powder on the sheets.
That's a hoop 2-pointer. Actually,
These
that's a
silly.
3-pointer, half court. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about a half court.
Yes, we did. Used to put it right on our mattresses. Yup, in our shoes.
See, man, I forgot about that.
Like I
Sprinkle
said,
on
under
the
the
bed.
bra,
Sprinkle
everywhere.
on the
And then I would have it,
bed.
you know, we have it all up around our neck, all the way up here. Like you come out and you have fresh powder all up here until you start sweating. Then it looked like you was ashy.
When you thought about lotions and powder, you thought Johnson, man, straight up. You know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
that's it. Johnson and Johnson.
It was either that or Avon, but Avon was too perfumey. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I ain't really. I like the Mari. I did do a Mari Avon powder,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
that was
another one, Night Magic. I used to use it. That's all my mom used to buy though.
magic.
Amari and Night Magic.
Yo,
Look,
you went back
Layla, you taking me way back.
You
D
said
said
night
Night
magic.
Magic. Yes, I remember that.
I
Because we
remember
thought that that
now.
was something you use every
Yes, we
night when you get
did.
out the tub.
Yes, we did.
Powder down in it. Put it on your sheets. Yes. We was laying in it, butt on it and everything. Now you finding out it's all kinds of chemicals in the powders. Johnson baby suit and my doctor told me not to. Oh really? Now that's a new one, L dot. I ain't know that they said not to use the baby suit. Shut up, family team. Inside, look, I tried that a couple of times too. Definitely rub the thighs down with it. She said in my buttocks.
And I think that was
Been plenty of
everybody.
days where he slapped someone in the hand and
That was
slapped the butt.
everybody at times, man. That was everybody.
There's some real stuff here. Cause that is so true.
I ain't gonna front. Your boy always walked all the time,
Yes,
doing
I
everywhere,
think we
going
all
everywhere.
did.
Yo, listen, I used to put a little powder in my sneakers, man.
We had
You know what
to.
I'm
We had
saying?
to. You walk around with that
Listen,
much.
you walk
I'm
around.
sure Dean still need powder in his shoes, okay?
All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Now, I done
Sorry.
showed my feet online. I done talked about where I'm from. I grew up in the island of St. Thomas, you know what I'm saying? One hospital, you know what I'm saying? Your boy had, listen, when I was
I
coming
had to
up,
buy my son some
come
Island
on,
Boogie
man.
Killer. Psych now.
Oh, now you need to stop now.
I'm just kidding. I just bought him some stuff for his shoes. They were like, "Do you want the balls or the spray?" I'm like, "Oh, thanks to Models. I'm gonna start cause little Dean don't like wearing socks. So after he wears his shoes so many times, I have to go buy him more shoes. But I told Dean I'm gonna start grabbing him a pair like every other week,
Most
and then
definitely.
he'll have a nice little collection.
Most definitely.
He got a collection now, but he outgrowing them, all of them. So I was
Something
like,
else I gotta sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You have kids, you gotta sacrifice,
yep.
man. This work with kids, man. You know what I'm saying? They come out here and you know you gotta do everything you gotta
Yes,
do.
in the pillow. That's why I'm saying every part of our body was covered with powder. Like I just had to have that smell when you laid down at night. Just that smell was like a
Check
refreshing.
it out,
They
y'all.
just raised us to want that smell, that feeling of. I mean, like literally, it was powder everywhere when I got done.
Yes.
I used to be like, I used to have to get the big bottle because I'll be like squeezing from up here all the way down, under, down more, under, around, in, and out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But powder will be all over the floor. Or look, y'all ever walk away and it just be footprints there? Just your footprints was the only
Yo, I
clear
used to
spot.
powder up the bathroom. There was so much
I
powder
ain't do
on
the
the
bathroom
bathroom
because I'll
floor,
bust my
man.
butt.
Like,
Now there's been times I powdered in the tub because I used so much powder. But not no slick floors. I do carpet in a minute because I knew I was gonna fall somewhere if I
we ain't
put
have no
powder.
carpet. Wasn't that lucky?
Powder was very slippery.
We ain't have no
Well,
carpet.
see,
Wasn't that very
when I
lucky?
think though, I think of down south. Grandma didn't have no carpet. We had hardwood floors all the time. So, but I don't remember ever falling either. And I think that we was only allowed to apply powder in the bathroom. Like there were certain rules once you got to South Carolina. There was so many girls in the house at one time. Like the 5 girls. So Let me try and think of
So
this
you
real
used to
quick.
look back, you used to see white prints on the rug floors and stuff.
I'm trying to do a quick count of how many girls, first cousins I have. So we got Aunt B has T, May, got Nico and Melissa. Auntie has Tiff and Stacy. Aunt Blue got Audrey and Rita. So that's six from the girls, right? Did I do that right? Two, two, six. Look at me, I ain't doing it right. Two, two, and two, yeah. It's six. And then that's only three of them. I really had to write this stuff down. That's how big the family is. So, hold on, y'all, because I really want to know. Because we used to all be in one bedroom together. Like, the boys wasn't allowed to sleep in the room with the girls at all. But we would be down south, and the girls, of course, dominated the boys. So, my grandma had three queen beds in one room. Don't know how we did it, but I still look at that room today and be like, you can't do it. Like, they just must have not been queen beds back then. Ain't that funny? Because I still be thinking like, how they do it? But they raised 10 kids in their house. Yeah, we was packed in there. And I'm gonna say it like roaches. Hold on. I'm just doing this for the fun of it because I'm thinking about this big old family that I got. I know, but I got my half a dress on. Y'all gotta excuse me. They ain't be liking my stand, but my stand shows all the stance.
Hold on, pick that up.
These things still don't go away. I be trying to hide them, but that's okay. I gotta embrace my tatas, y'all. I be trying to hide them, but they just there. So
They can't get monetized.
yeah, they don't want to monetize them. I can't help it. Dean, you're funny because they really be messing with my tatas. Like, come on. They sit on the table. I thought about using them as a plate, but I definitely won't get no money in that video. But I think it will be a hysterical video. But at the same time, maybe I'll do that during Breast Cancer Awareness Month to embrace them because I really can sit here and eat off them. That's a challenge. That's a challenge. Maybe it'll be a challenge. What y'all think as my subscribers? How do y'all feel about that? Do y'all think I should try it? Would y'all like to see that? Of course, I'll have something on to cover them, but I'll show y'all that that's my plate. All right, let me see. So, 5 girls, 5 boys. 2, 15,
Doing a lot of writing there.
3. Because now that I'm doing it, 2, 3. So when I thought about it, all the girls, all 5 girls have 2 girls. And then just the fifth, the youngest girl has 1 girl. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8,
That's to date.
9 for the girls. That's 9 girls. And then I'm going to go back and see what boys there are from the 5 girls. No boys. Right, 1 boy. No boys. Millie. 1 boy. So from the girls came 9 girls. Yeah. And 2 boys. Now I'm going to go to the 5 boys. Because I'm not done. It's more than 9 girls altogether. So he has 1, 2, 2, 3, So they got three. Well, we lost one of my cousins, but they had three boys, two girls. So they had five kids. I'm sorry, y'all. I really want to know because I never did this. My dad has three girls and five boys. Then we have like has one and one. Then got one boy. Hold up, y'all. I'm messing up because I don't put the boys on the girl side now. All right, hold up. Three girls, two girls, five boys, and three boys. All right, got it. Two. All right, one and one, honey. Just one boy. And then top, one girl. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. So 16 girls altogether. And that's just from my grandmom's side. And 3, 10, 12 boys. So there was 28 of us altogether. It still is 28 grands. And then there's more great grands. Damn. Wow. So that's just from my grandma's side, from her 10 kids. 16 girls, 12 boys. And we used to all be in this 4-bedroom house all together with our parents. So just imagine how it used to be for us. Big family. And y'all wonder why I'm a people person, but they say I'm a mean person. I don't know how, because I'm one of the nicest out of the whole family. I'm sorry, y'all. I was not even watching. There's no way in hell I'll be able to figure it out. Say she had 8 kids, right? See, and I'm there counting from 10. And what I was gonna say, they must have big families. Cause see, on my mom's side, then each kid she had 9. Some of them had 8 kids, and not the immediates though. See, my grandma on my mom's side, she's the one that married. She had to marry in the family because she was 100% Cherokee Indian. So they weren't allowed to marry outside of the family. You had to marry a cousin. So after you had your children, then we could marry outside the family. So when my mom and them were allowed to marry outside the family, but no, wait, their father was, yeah. My grandfather was allowed to marry outside the family, but his mother wasn't allowed to marry outside the family. A cousin, honey, yes. And yup. And I think it was like a first or second cousin they had to marry. Before I thought it was first, but then somebody said no, it was like a second or third cousin. Either way, cousin period. I ain't with it at all. But that was the rule of their land, I guess. The way they were raised, that she was not allowed to marry outside of the family. Yes. And I'll be saying that when I look at my cousins, the way they be acting, yo. I ain't gonna say something mentally wrong, but Some of them, a lot of them ain't got it all. Like, mean evil. That's what I would say. I ain't gonna say ain't got it all. The boys on my mom's side of the family, they get red. Okay, they turn to straight up Indians, but they like my one uncle. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be quiet. But yes, everybody looks exactly alike, no matter what side you're from, or of course not. But you know what I'm trying to say. Even the ones that married outside, their kids still, the gene is so strong that everybody has this dark under their eyes and they have these high cheekbones. So you could tell our family anywhere in, like, because my great grandmom had 24 kids now by her cousin. Well, she gave birth to 24 kids, four sets of twins. Only two sets of twins survived out of her four sets. And I think she ended up raising, it was like 20 kids or something like that. But she lost a couple of her kids at birth. But these are all kids born at home in Virginia. That's where she was born and raised. Yes. You say you have a few cousins, aunt, uncle cousins. It happens in some families, but yes, it was literally in our the family history thing that basically, yes, they had to marry. They had the same, like, I believe they had the same last name. So they could keep the name going. And I don't know, it was weird. It's something to it, but I'm old now that I forget, but it's in a book. It's all written in a book. Because my grandfather was the only man she had ever been with. She never smoked or drank, and I don't think she ever in she lived to be 106, something like that. Never smoked, drank, or wore a pair of pants. Never, never. And she migrated from Virginia to the heart of West Philly, and that's where she lived until her dying day. And till today, there's like a whole section of the city somewhere down there. I ain't gonna say somewhere, but I know where. But all of them live all around in that same area, and you could tell the family when you go around. It's like you're definitely one of us. Aura B. She was my cousin and married my uncle. She became my cousin. I know that's right. See, there's the southern talk coming out now. Yes, only wore dresses. She never wore a pair of pants. She was that. I don't know. She was. Yo, we used to make jokes like there was a reason why she never wore pants because she ain't had time to keep none on. Back then. We just used to joke like that, but I love her. God rest her soul. She gave us a beautiful family. Half of us are crazy. Y'all see how I don't exclude myself when I'm talking about my family? Because I do believe in the apples don't fall too far from the tree sometimes. It's like, but I ain't mental. Like, I ain't in and out of jail mental. Them people's mental, they need medicine mental because the genes is just a little too close there, and the apples didn't ripen too well in some areas. So y'all know how that goes, right? Love my family though. My granny and papa were cousins, but didn't know till years. Cause y'all was in the same town. That happens. Yep, till after they were married, and it was very distant, but they're It happens, still happens. I have this one cousin that be like, cousins make dozens. And I be wanting to choke him every time he says that. Like, that's so horrible. I think it's disgusting. And let me calm myself. Because he had a baby by his stepdaughter. And he went to jail for that too. So, I'm going to leave him out of this conversation. But anyway. I don't even know what made me think of that, but I shouldn't know because it brought up some bad memories. Hey, sexy one. How are you today? I'm going back up, boo. I'll read them. I'm sorry. I've been talking so much. I ain't even look. Hold on. Yeah, honey. It said the royal family is all related. Who? What? Which ones? The ones in England? Are they related? I ain't know that. Or is they have to be? Is that what the rule is? Because I didn't know that. Y'all teaching me something here. Well, is that because they like a dad thing? Good afternoon. Yeah, I don't know why she wore the hold on, what did I do? Did I hit the thing? Yep. I'm like, what did I do? It went dark. Alright, hold on, family team. I'm going back up. So look, and that's funny because I had an aunt called Aunt Coochie. We was making talking about that the other day. We had Aunt Coochie, Aunt Coulda. Just thinking of the names that you just said, Leilani. Family team, where you at? I'm looking for you up in the comments. I ain't see it. There is no way in hell I'll be able to figure out. My grandma had 8 kids. Oh, that's where I seen that. All right. You know you get it when you writing on. Right, on a CD paper. And got a whole 2 stacks of paper right next to me in a basket. There's a whole school paper in back of me with a thick stack of blank paper, right? I just picked up the CDs to a computer. I thought Dean was going to say something to me. That's so funny that you noticed that. Then you made me go all the way back to read it. But you know what? You keep me on point because you make me have to go back in my comments and make sure I'm taking care of everybody's questions. I like to make sure I'm keeping up with the... I had an Aunt Poochie too. It was Aunt Poochie, Aunt Coochie, and Aunt Coulda. I don't know why. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but she didn't. So it's like, nah, we used to make fun of her names. Because my dad's Holy and his name's Charles. So where did y'all get Holy from? And then my aunt, her name is Floretta. They call her Boo Lou. Where'd y'all get that from? My uncle. Dang, I'm trying to see if I remember his first name. Because they never called him by it. James. And they call him Bozo. I'm trying to think if there was any more insane ones. Not really. We got May, T, B. They just started calling them by the beginning of their name as they got younger. Yo, that's so funny. The family history of the old Southern people's family history. That's so funny. It's all about the same. You had an Uncle Bozo too. That's what I'm saying. It's like they just repeat them names over and over again. That's funny. Yep. Now we did have one they called Toad, but not Pig. Look, we ain't gonna talk about that because they might have named me that these days. It's as ignorant as they are. They be making up some names. In the South. That is so funny. I remember our aunt told if I called my dad to get some of them names, he probably wouldn't remember them all. But that's so funny. We had a Mel Poochie too, but he was here in Pennsylvania versus South Carolina. It was a Mel that they called Poochie. But even though. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I'm just going back up. Say everything is good, praying all is well. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Oh, Queen Elizabeth. Oh, man. Oh, so they had to do the same thing. I didn't know that. Thanks for telling me that, because I sure ain't know. Nope. Oh, Lord, Leilani, you had an aunt nymph. Look, I ain't had one. I'm sure a couple of them was, but they ain't calling about it. Oh, that's too funny. Uncle Cat. I wonder if after a while they just start naming them after, like, animals. You say your granny was Aunt Nymph. I know. I said I ain't have no Aunt Nymphs, but I said I'm sure a couple of them were, but I wouldn't know, you know. That's funny. I like that though. Like Aunt Nymph. And then we would have added something on the end of there, and then we would have got ourselves in trouble. So, oh my goodness, we used to be silly down south. I think that's why I'm so silly now, because we used to like just be, it's so many of us all around, ain't nothing but property, and they'd be
You're not
like, get
silly. You're
outside.
not silly. You're still a child at heart, and you love to have fun.
Well, that's true, but I still like to be silly too, I guess.
That's hey.
I know what you're
You know what I'm
saying.
saying?
Child
Yeah.
at heart, like to have
You know what I'm
fun.
saying?
But to me, you only live once, so if you don't
Yes.
have fun,
Yes.
what you gonna be? Dull and boring, and you know. I was gonna say have no life, but that's usually what happens if you don't make life. I really didn't know the Royals were related, but that would explain why they look so much alike too. So I guess now, so is that why the boys they were only ones allowed to marry outside? Is that why their choices became so worldwide? He say he wanted to look in the bedroom at night. That's how my sister is. I used to be like, y'all gonna get her pregnant by looking at her. She was always the quiet one, and I always be like, she get pregnant by looking at her, cause ain't nobody touching her. But every time you turn around, she was in the bed sleeping, and I was like, well, when she sleeps, she's pregnant. When she would sleep more than 2 or 3 hours at a time during the day, we knew she was pregnant. But yes, she was. I might start calling her that. It's like, nah, she would be pissed if I called her that. Like, why are you calling me that? Where'd you get that from?
I ain't in it.
Big D said he backing out already. Because he know that's going to be an argument right there. And that's funny. Are they opening another a Star Wars Galaxy Hotel in Atlanta?
Yo,
I mean, in Florida,
if
in
I'm
Disney
correct,
World.
that looked like the Millennium
It's
Falcon
Star
they had
Wars.
out
That's what
there.
it
Yeah,
says.
that looked like the Millennium Falcon they had out there. That's what that looked like.
Spending money to make more money.
That was Han Solo's baby boy. The
I
Millennium
don't know nothing
Falcon.
about that. All I
That was
know
the
is it's a
fastest
big,
ship,
pretty
man.
property.
Him and Chewbacca, they went around the world in that thing.
Well, that's why they have the ship out there. Probably it's probably outside the hotel.
It's actually built
Look,
in
y'all
for
know
what
I'm a
they
big
were
kid
showing.
because I'm plotting to get to Disney World now. They got some new stuff down there, and I love it. I feel like a big
Disney,
kid in Disney World. I ain't going
Disney is a
front.
good place to go.
Yeah, it
We had
is.
fun when we was there, and we gonna go back again.
I've been there 3 times and
We
I
gonna go
still
back
had
again.
fun. Look, there's the ship theme.
Yeah, I think that's the Millennium Falcon. Is it?
I think you can actually get inside and everything.
No, that's not the Millennium Falcon. Interesting. I'm not sure. That's the Millennium Falcon. It's the Millennium Falcon.
This is from Star Wars. Look,
Definitely from Star Wars.
look, you can sit in there and play games.
Definitely, that thing is laid out, man.
Look,
that thing is
They
laid
must-
out. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's nice. They upping it up.
yeah.
They upping it up.
Well, see, I've been to Epcot, so when I see stuff like that where they show future stuff, futuristic, that's how Epcot used to be. It was stuff that you wouldn't see in today's society. It's stuff that will in the future. It's like taking a step into the future. But Disney World has gotten so big now, and outside of Disney World with Universal Studios, that people don't even get to really go there just to visit Disney World for what it is. Like last time we went, I just was like, we're gonna go to the Magic Kingdom. I want to take Lil Dean to Epcot, but I'll wait until he's in his teens, his early teens, to take him to Epcot because that's where you're kind of like taking trips around the world. Each part that you walk to, you're going into a different country. So you get to visit a little sample of Spain and Italy, and they have the different foods there and the different beers in each township that you go in. Or
System check.
he's back. Gravity level great.
This should brighten up your day. My LEDs seem to be functioning properly. Stand back. I'm now going to test my servers. I hope you brought tickets to the gun show.
My granny used to fuss at me and my aunt all the time because she liked being naked. My granny would just use her key and walk in my house. I knew you was going to be naked.
System check pretty good, man.
Look, that remind me of me before Little Dean. And even sometimes now I have my door shut and he comes in here. That might be something with us old Southern people. It's like, nah, I don't like having clothes on, but I have to wear certain things, so. That's why I wear my little, tops. I hate having stuff on.
Press the yellow button if I spun to my right. Press the blue button if I spun in the wrong direction.
It would be cool if we could walk around like Adam and Eve, right?
Let's see what we got here. Mechanoid.
Nowadays, that's all they got on in a bikini.
Mechanoid.
You have my attention.
Yup.
Teach me something.
Her own husband, yup.
Teach me something.
Listen up, you. Class is in session. What do you want to learn about today? I can tell you about
Hey, family team.
history, science, or how I work.
Robot history.
Yes, that's funny. He let fussed at her being naked
Robot history.
in her own house. That's an old way.
Robot history. Fun facts.
A shark is the only known fish that can blink.
It's funny because Lil Dean take after me like that. If he ain't gotta have no clothes on, he ain't got none on either. He be in his room.
Yes.
Somebody come to visit, he be like, shut my door.
Yes.
I'm like, put something on. Somebody's coming to visit. Shut my door.
No.
You are in main menu. For a list of correct execution to main menu.
Mecha brain.
She said, but the old husbands want to see that. It was always ready and waiting.
Mechanoid.
Y'all have me getting silly up in here.
Tell me a story.
I love it.
I love telling stories. What kind of
Say he don't need to see that.
I know stories that are funny, interesting, and scary. Which would you like to hear?
Interesting.
Is she pregnant? Did y'all find out? Is she really pregnant?
Something funny, interesting. You are in main menu.
Because
L-I-M. L-I-M mode.
I'm telling y'all, that boy was in Atlanta for a minute, and I seen him in a video with another girl. I went looking for it, and it wasn't a video. It was in a Instagram
dance.
post.
Do a dance.
Don't I know better now to pull out my screen recorder when I see things? But I didn't even know what was going on at the time.
Execution to main menu.
Do a dance.
My husband never seen me. Whoa.
I wonder.
You are in main menu. Execution to main menu.
Yeah, it might be fake. It seems like it was. I just thought somebody found out that she was really
Walk
pregnant.
with me.
But yes, I really wonder, because I was about to say, now from my age on up, Leilani, like I tell you, my grandma had a separate room, so I never seen her naked around looking around my husband. Let me hush up and watch what I'm saying. Never seen her naked around my grandfather, around her husband, and if she did, she snuck in his room at night, but I never saw it. Yeah, well, somebody said that they're trying to get their money together because they're about to move to oh shucks. What time is it? Oh, yeah. I'll call my friend back. She wanted to go to the movies, but she said she was going to call early this morning. I don't think I can go now. My son be getting off school in a little bit.
Say yes or no.
Not bad. That's good.
Oh, you said she did? She slept in there in the bed with him every night, even though she had another room? Say they do anything for clout. Anything for clout. Anything for clout. Very ever show. The son she had already had. No, she don't. And she a couple of people had came at her about that, and she said that basically I think he stays with her mom, and she was like, he's taking care of, it's none of y'all business, kind of. Cut him short. But yeah, I haven't seen that baby in a long time, probably like a year or so. You said he's in school? Oh, you talking about Dino. I'm sorry, I must have missed something you said. Hold on, I'm going back up. Granny. That's when she was making baby. Please. Because most grandmas wear nightgowns Right. My grandma sure wore her nightgown and a robe anytime they came out their bedroom. They wouldn't come out the bedroom without their robe on. Like, wait a minute, it's a man in the house. I gotta be dressed. Like, like you have a nightgown on. They used to fuss at me like, you don't go out the house without a nightgown. Like I'm standing outside in on the property. Like I'm not leaving the house. So what is y'all tripping about? That's like last time we went to the family event. I'm like, yep. They's like, oh, Daddy's sitting up high today. I said, yes. I said, I'm tired of sitting lower than everybody else. Everybody else is perky and sitting up high. So why not me? Because when I ain't, then y'all complaining and saying that I ain't doing something right. You know? Me, the last thing we had, yo, my whole family's kind of silly though, especially the girls. We was taking off bras at the table, looking at sizes and everything. Of course, I had the biggest one. I'm like, I think I was up there in H. Yes, yes, I was in the H's. They was like, oh, I didn't even know that existed. And then my one cousin, she's right behind me, right behind me, right behind me. She looks like she's bigger than me. I would like to say so, but that's only because you never see her sag. Like she is just always sitting perky. Me, I'll be like, I'm comfortable. Next. How do you say it? Thank you. Next. I caught on to what you were saying. Yup, he's in school. And they go back right after the holiday. That's most of the kids here too. Bloomers. Well, you went to Frederick Douglass' house? I did. That's funny that you said that. I went to visit his house. Matter of fact, his bed, they didn't even he didn't even have a bed that was long enough for him to sleep in. I think he had to sleep in a bed where his feet hung over the bed. Frederick Douglass. That's funny that you brought him up because I went on a field trip to his house in is it Virginia? I think Frederick Douglass' house is in Virginia or I want to say Washington. Somewhere we went. Don't get me lying, y'all, but I did go visit his house. Yeah, that was cool. So you went to the house to visit too? I'm trying to think if I want chicken. I'm just trying to think if I want that or seafood. That'd be so hard to pick when you're trying to cut back on certain things. Like I had my little pork. Every once in a while, I'm gonna eat pork, but I've been eating like the upper, finer grades of it with not all that fat on there. What's that? Lobsters. So maybe we could do crab and lobster and mussels or shrimp. I'll decide because there's a lot of seafood in there. So yeah, I'll probably do seafood today. But you can take the lobster tails out because I'll probably have that. I told y'all they had 4 lobster tails at BJ's for $28 or something like that. It was less than $30. I thought that was a good deal. A pot pie. I haven't had one in a long time, but I love Marie Callender's pot pies. Y'all ever have them? And then they have the ones with the Parmesan cheese. Oh my gosh. I think ever since I tried Marie Callender's pot pies, I don't think I ever ate any other kind since then. Okay. So did I was going to say, is it in? It's in DC or I'm trying to think where we went. Was it Maryland, DC, or Virginia? It might be one. I think it was Virginia. See, we did 2 trips that day. When I went with my church, and we went to the Frederick Douglass house, and then we went to the is it like a African American museum in Washington D.C. something. It was some museum that I went to, and that's when I wasn't paying attention no more. So I ain't want to be there. So I ain't really pay attention. That's so bad. I'm bad, y'all. Don't be like me. I mean, this was years ago, of course, but we was on a field trip. I enjoyed Frederick Douglass House, but after that, I wanted to go home. But since I was on a trip, they stopped in Washington D.C. at another place, and I don't even remember what we went there for, like what was there. So I'm sitting here thinking, like, really, like I remember.
It's about to rain.
Oh goodness, and I'll be
It's
on
about to rain.
You saying it's gonna rain,
Yes,
indeed?
ma'am.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's gonna
I should have known that. Leilani said they had bad rain. My dad said they've been having bad rain. It's only a matter of time it comes up this way.
rain.
So,
You know what they say when the earth cries?
right? We don't have Kroger. The closest I've seen a Kroger was when I went to Florida, and I really enjoyed that store. But I only seen one in Florida. They had this ice cream there that I never had in my life, and it was so good. And I'm like, when I go back to Florida, I'm going back to Kroger and I'm getting that ice cream. I forget what it was called though. It was some kind of, it was like a butter pecan, but it had different nuts in there. But the nuts was like chocolate covered. I don't know. Don't get me lying, y'all. See, I don't like telling stories. I just be trying so many different things in so many different places. I be trying to remember, but I know Kroger has some good ice cream. I could tell you that. I'm an ice cream lover. Like there's one ice cream in South Carolina called Mayfield. Oh my gosh. And there it's not in my state. You can't get it milled here. I think I tried and I might look into it again before I say I'm telling the truth. But I know I looked into it a couple years ago and I couldn't, but it's worth getting milled here. But I used to pay like six something for the little quart. Well, considered a half gallon, I guess, but it's not really a half gallon. So that was expensive for South Carolina. Nowadays, I pay six something for my half gallon of ice cream, but I go to the farm and have fresh made ice cream done from, that's the kind of ice cream I buy now. Oh, pecan pie. That must be what, I don't know. I don't remember, but it was good. I love butter pecan, so that's why I'm saying it might have been something like that. Butter pecan is my favorite ice cream. Your grocery store is the same brand as Kroger. I don't think we have anything compatible to Kroger. We don't. We don't. Now I'm thinking about it, because honestly, all we have ShopRite, and I shop there because the stores I go to, they're African American owned, so I prefer to grocery shop there. But other than that, I'll go to Walmart, or now I've been going back to BJ's for certain things. But ShopRite is not on their level. We have something called Acme, and they're not on their level. Pathmark, not on their level. Like, no, no, we don't have nothing like Kroger here. Cause Kroger remind me of like a mix up between a grocery store and a Whole Foods. You know what I'm saying? Where they had some good Whole Food stuff plus the regular junk stuff. So it was like a mix. And you could get the fresh hoagies made. I like that. You can't get that too many places here. There's a place called Fresh Grocer that I can go into the city and where they actually chop the meat and make it back there. We're in the deli. It's not too many places that do good hoagies, but I remember us going to Kroger and getting our lunch meat and sandwiches and stuff for Disney World. Maybe it just came in handy that night, but I liked it. I really did. Cause when I went to Florida, I didn't know that I should be taking frozen water bottles and frozen juice pouches and stuff like that, and spray water bottles. Y'all take this all in, because if y'all plan on going away or to any of these parks with y'all kids, that's stuff that I didn't think about when I went. This was actually my third time going, but the first couple of times, like the second time I went, first time I went, my mom treated us as a Christmas gift, and the second time I went, my cousin took me and treated to everything. And then the third time I went, I took our family and we went, me, Dean, and Dean. And so that was all about little Dean then. So, but at that point, I realized that, I had my chair then too. So we was able to keep a backpack on the chair. And, realized the prices of everything, and they're even more higher now than they used to be. But, I was so glad that I did bring frozen water bottles. Big Dean was on the ground, sitting on the ground, rolling bottles of frozen bottles of water under his feet because his feet were burning so bad from the ground. Little Dean, when we went, we had ended up renting one of the double strollers for him and some of our stuff. And then I had my rolly chair, so I was like, cool, let's go. I know he be getting sick of me. Because half the time I'll be like, I'm not walking. I'm going to bring my chair today. Now, when I want to walk, I'll walk. But when I don't feel like it, I'll be having my chair. Especially for some of those parks are like 15 miles long. I think one of the longest ones is 15 miles from gate to gate. So I'm like, wow. Like once you go in and you get started, you got to either finish or turn around and go back. But either way, you're in. Oh, you gonna try and go visit the church this week? Go to the fair. We take frozen water and juices. Yep, yep. Well, that's my new thing. I ain't think about it when I went to the fair, but I'll think about it next time because I was paying what $6 to $8 for one cup of juice, and then they loaded up with a bunch of ice. Now, I love Sesame Place. They give you like, you buy one drink and then you can come back and get it refilled for like $1 or something. And I think when I went to Disney World, I paid like $20 for a Bart Simpson cup. And then you could like go around and get it filled for $5. But still, to me, that's not cheap. So yes, it was very much more worth taking frozen water bottles and frozen juice pouches. That was bomb. Cause then you could be rehydrated at any time. And then when we drank some of the water down out the frozen ice, there's water fountains around, but it's like you ain't getting much out of a water fountain. But if you have a bottle, then you can refill your bottles. So I did like that. And then of course we didn't know we took those fans to spray. Oh shucks, that was my holder and it came apart. I'm sure I can put it back together, but I'll have Dean get it and put it back together. I'm sitting there playing with it and rolling it around in my hand, and then it just fell and broke. So, oh well. Dean outside sweeping. That's all I hear. So, I don't know. Oh, yeah, the babies too. Oh, you cut his hair? I just had to go back up in the comments to read that. You cut all that pretty hair off. India, Did you? Oh, I loved his hair. His hair is so pretty. Oh my goodness. Does he like it? Only drink I buy at the fair is the huge. Right, the collectible mugs. Sometimes you can refill for cheap. That's usually before we leave. Oh, okay. Before drink buying. That's true. And Lil Dean gets me with that all the time. The other day I went and bought uh um from Dunkin' Donuts, them what are they called? Coolada. And I'm like, I'll get a large so we can share it. He gonna drink the whole thing down when I got on the phone. He started guzzling. Then when I went to go get a sip, he was like, "Why are you drinking my drink?" And then within 5 minutes, I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm like, Dean, you know we're out getting school clothes now. You gotta stop in somewhere and use the bathroom. But yes, that burns me up sometimes though, because I'm like, I told you not to drink it all so fast, but he wanted to drink it before I get more kids. Good afternoon, DC Kool-Aid and Lisa. How are y'all today? Hair isn't a danger to children. Yeah, but what did that have to do with anything? And if you want to, you can call me later and we'll talk about that. Okay, I remember you talking about that with me, but we didn't get into it. But what did that have to do with anything? We'll talk about that later. Oh my God. I just got burnt up real quick. I don't like stuff like that. I remember you telling me that the other day, but we was talking too deep, so I was like hearing you, but then I was like, ah, it's like between me and you. Mwah, love you. Um, so yeah, I'm mad about that. I don't like that because that's nobody's business but yours. If you want it to go down to his butt. But I guess what? Cause she wanted it braided on a daily. Like, come on, what the heck? I'll talk to you about that. Cause I know I don't want to talk. I know you don't really want to have to talk about it. Don't you know some people really? I mean, like some people by religion keep their hair, or don't cut their kids' hair. Right? I want to say the same thing Leilani's saying, like, mind your darn business. But still, his hair was beautiful. Yeah. I hate when people pick on single mothers that are doing well by their children. I don't like that. I don't. That bothers me. Especially when they're not there to do for them. And I don't know this for a fact, but I know you work hard and do what you have to do for your babies. So that kind of stuff burns me up because people have a lot of nerve these days. Like that is nobody's business what goes on in or outside your house. But of course, when you're happy, jealousy always seems to strike somewhere in there. There's always somebody that don't want to see you smile. So always keep that in mind. Sometimes you just gotta show a frown around certain people because they don't feed off of your, they want to feed off the negative energy, not the positives. Yep. Okay, I'll go look on there. Oh, how does he like it though? Like, was he happy or? Cause see, it's something new to him, so Then again, it's a break on you too, in a way. I mean, I know that still hurts though, because little Dean's hair was down his back, halfway down his back when I cut it, and everybody was like, "Wow, I still got it in a bag though." But he was like, he would cry so bad to get it braided that I was like, "There's no way that I should put him through this." Meanwhile, he was getting all those surgeries back then too. So when he turned like 4, 3 or 4, I think I finally cut it. Because everybody's like, oh, um, and then, yeah, people got stuff to say if you ain't got time to braid it and you go out. Then they want to be, oh, why is his hair flying? Why don't you mind your own business? This is my baby. If I want his hair flying today, it can fly. If I feel like braiding it, I feel like braiding it. It's my business, my baby. But, yes, I know how people can and will have something to say. Hold on one second, fam. I got to turn my air on. It's getting warm now. I don't know if it's, you know what? Because it was 60 something all day. And I forgot. Dean said it's supposed to rain. But all of a sudden, um, wait a minute. Sorry, fam, I'm here. Every time I'm ready to come live, I can't find my that phone piece to my tripod. But I'm going to Best Buy this week and get me a Leilani, what's the thing you use? I never really seen it, but I think in one of your videos you had a hand thing. Did you got that thing from Best Buy that just like kind of flips your phone around and stuff? Cause I had bought, look, I'm gonna show y'all. Wait till y'all see my hand tripod that I paid $50 for. I am mad. Look at it. Look. One piece is missing. I don't know where they went. This one ain't got no stopper. And $50, this is what happens if you stand it up on the legs. It bends right up. So this is not worth anything to me, y'all. If y'all ever think of buying a Joby, Joby from Best Buy for $50, it's only good for holding it in your hand when you're vlogging, but that's about it. And it also is good when you want to clamp it around something. Like I've clamped it around the steering wheel to tape, but otherwise, don't waste your money on it. Go to Walmart and they have like a cheaper version. I definitely recommend that. But if there's anything better out here that y'all know about that can preferably hold my phone and versatile my camera too, please let me know because I need to grab that. Y'all see how I am? Dean be sick of me. I'm like, Dean's back to work and I've been ready to play all day. It's like, no. I got saved though. Because I was reading something yesterday and somebody said something about a recession coming back. I'm like, oh man, it's been some years. But gosh, I don't want that to happen. Trust and believe a lot of us don't want that to happen. Okay, look one up and let me know. Send it to my inbox, please. Because I need to find one that I could use for, I mean, I have the big ones, but then I always go and buy selfie sticks to take the pieces off of them to stick the phone in. So I'm like, I need to find something that my phone can slip in, and then I just pop that off and stick my camera right on there. So like this piece was good, but then I would have to get the selfie stick piece to screw on there. And then they're like a cheap plastic, a very cheap plastic. So if you put your phone in there too rough, it breaks. So I done went through like 5 of them from Five and Below. So sometimes I'm like, it's better to just go and try Well, you'll see what happened when I went and bought the real thing for $50. Sometimes you still don't get what you're supposed to be trying to pay for. So I really would not recommend the Joby for anybody. And then I seen one that like the phone would swing. So that way if you like turn it upside down, the phone would turn upside down, or if you had to go this way. So that's the one I thought maybe that Leilani had. Oh really? Well, let me know if you ever see one. I wish that's because it's a lot of vloggers there where you at. Look, you out there in Michigan. It's a lot of vloggers out there. They got the stuff. Here you don't see too many vloggers, so I never see any secondhand stuff. I went into a secondhand store the other day and I got um it was a comforter and it looked brand spanking new with the chamois and the pillowcases. Everything was all on the hanger together. Looked brand new for 19.99 for the whole set. I lucked up, and it was like one of them goose down comforters. And then I got another one. It was 17.99, but I didn't get the chamois and everything. It just came with the comforter and the pillowcases. But I don't know if we. I told y'all. I did tell y'all about Second Avenue. I'm telling y'all, it took me like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, they don't be having that stuff here. But yes, I had a ball in there, and then I bought like these down pillows, and I think they're for the couch, but they're big. So Dino was like, I want one of them for me. So I'm like, whatever. Anything to get him off the wall. He has a bad habit of laying on the wall, and I think because he gets hot, he likes to be on the wall because the wall is colder. But we be like walking in his room, and he's literally smashed up against the wall till like in the past he was at, oh, I got a little headache. Where that's how hard he sleeps on it. I mean, like, honestly, he be seeming like he pushing, ramming the wall while he sleep. So that's a bad habit he has that I have to try and figure out how to, I don't know, because right now we just have to constantly go in the room and tell him, get off that wall, get off the wall. So, but that's a bad habit, and I don't know what to do about it. Wait a minute. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to be nosy because I was reading up on that Jeffrey Epstein thing, that case. See, I don't know. That's why I said I really love talking to the family. I like vlogging stuff we're doing. I be thinking about like reading stuff and finding out the news, but then I don't know how you're really supposed to distribute it, and I don't know if that's really interesting. I like it better if it's a topic like now, if I feel like it's something that we should talk about, and then I just come and talk if everybody wants to talk about it. I just don't like really, I guess, I don't want to be like feeling like I'm trying to grab people for numbers or talk about people's story for numbers. That's not what it's for. I only like talking about stuff that deeply emotionally bothers me. You know what I mean? That might hurt my feelings, or maybe if I feel like somebody was hurting somebody else's feelings. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to see which direction or what kind of stuff that everybody enjoys, you know? You said it was just a scapegoat. What you mean, boo? Because I didn't even read up on it. Like that's what I mean. I was watching on the news, that they said he was a trafficker or whatever, and then I was looking at that they were when they were going through his mansion or whatever on a private island, and then I seen something else saying that he wrote a will in in jail. So I never caught up on any of it though. So that's why I'm saying I'll be like really interested, but then I'm like, cause I don't do the trafficking thing, so that's what caught my eye. Excuse me, y'all. I done turned the air on now. I'm chilly. Oh, so now they trying to say he's not gone. Yeah, I heard about that part. Pedo, yes, but there's no way he could have. And that's true. And so they are trying to blame the prison guards and stuff. So, oh, maybe I do need to read up on that because that sounds pretty interesting. Oh, hmm. Like they be trying to say about some of our people, rappers and stuff that I don't believe that's true, but I hate when people come up with stories like that, basically. Oh, I need to read up on that. And all that property he owns, I wouldn't be surprised. But they would let him go get away with it just to cover certain things. That's what's scary. I gotta read up on it then. Cause yeah, I believe in stuff like that. Especially because they was so worried about soon as, oh, he did this to so. Oh, well, let's find out about this property. Why y'all so worried about all that? Like, I mean, I know, but I'm sure he got family that automatically supposed to worry about that, not the news, okay? They was all into what next? What next? Why y'all worrying about it unless y'all was confiscating? Oh gosh. That's what's so sad because you really can't believe what the news says these days. Yeah, can't believe what T channels say these days. Trying to stay away from that. But yes, it's sad because yeah, it seems like everything. A lady from Winter, look at me from Winter, from Philly, she won on top. Is it top? No, Chopped. I was gonna say Top Chef. She won Chopped. Says she owns her own private company, private dining company. But listen, Leilani, you think if you was on Chopped, you'd make it? Cause some of the stuff they be naming, I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I don't know. I don't know. I say I'm a good cook, but I can't. You can't give me some little pieces of something and tell me to make something with it. I would be lost. Lost. Well, I guess in the Chopped kitchen they give you extra stuff to use. See, I only watched it like once or twice, but she said they gave her hot dog pie, cold hot dog pie, bacon rated radishes, coriander chutney, don't know what that is, and it's two of that coriander chutney twice. So she had to make an appetizer out of that. She made hot dog wontons. Good idea, but I wouldn't know how to even begin to try. Hot dog wontons. And then she gave them like some kind of dessert, and she used artichokes in a dessert, artichokes in the sauce, and they were tearing it up. And she was like, can y'all guess my secret ingredient? And They were like, no, what? She was like, artichokes. And the guy from the news was like, he went crazy and stepped back from the table. So she made that out of Denver State potato mill for real kale sprouts and spray cheese, cracker cheese. So she made marinated steak with sauteed baby kale. But I still would have been lost. Like what? Oh, that's right. She put an egg under the steak with the cheese inside, or potatoes. The potatoes that had cheese inside. It looked like an egg. But yeah, I would have been lost. So I'm like, maybe I should start watching that show because it looks kind of interesting. Learn a thing or two. Oh, excuse me. Yes, cheese whiz. But she said it was the spray cheese. Y'all know that cheese that we used to eat on what did we used to put that on? Well, saltines. Cause I was about to say Ritz, of course. Um they're just showing a rerun, sorry y'all. I just thought it was funny. Cause they was tearing that dessert up. They went back for seconds, then she said artichokes. He was like they was like, oh my God. How do you take fish and turn it into into a dessert? And then it didn't taste like they said it didn't taste like fish at all. Well, he ate 2 scoops. Then when she say, so that was made out of preserved rice juice, red anjou something. I ain't get the other 2 things, but that's what she used artichokes for. Anchovies. I'm saying artichokes. Anchovies. I'm wrong because artichokes is a vegetable. No, that's even worse. Anchovies. That's what she used. Fish. I'm sorry. Y'all probably wondering what am I talking about. I had to read it again. I was thinking artichokes till I seen it. There I go saying stuff that I ain't read thoroughly. It's like I knew that earlier this morning, but see, when you get old, you naturally do certain things. For real, you ain't got time to be reading all over again, you know? But yeah, I know I always say this, but I was gonna say I'm gonna let y'all go for a little bit and maybe I could take me a nap or something before this little boy comes in. I like it's 2 already. But I'm gonna let y'all go. And I might never know. And I learned to say might instead of saying I promise. Might get back on later, see who's up or just wants to chat, or we'll see what's going on. And I'll be back. Maybe. But I will say, always keep God first. Love yourselves. It makes it much easier to love others. Please, if you see that, one of these, let me know. Inbox me, baby. And then, India, if you want to talk and you are off, call me so we can talk. Leilani, I'm be trying to get that mail out. And y'all seen I've been talking half the day away, so hopefully I make it out before the post office closes. Oh, excuse me. All right, you have a good day too, boo. Hey, Aquila, how are you? That's so funny. Every time I notice when you come in, I'm about to get off. But I'll talk to you soon, love bug. Yes, we were just shooting the breeze, talking about stuff. Started off talking about Mimi and so in the beginning, if you want to see it, it's in the beginning. I started learning to put my point across in the beginning, cause You know, I was taking tips from, I think it was Beloved was saying, even with mukbangs, that you should just get right into it, start eating, stop talking, because people come there for certain things. So I learned to just start talking about what I came for in the beginning, and then I ended up staying on another 2 3 hours because I love y'all so much. So the people that gotta come in and see or whatever, you know, want to know what I'm saying, then they can see at the beginning what I'm talking about if they don't have time to stay the whole time. Because sometimes I don't. Now, I'll watch some videos that are like an hour long while I'm in the tub. I love stuff like that because I can just sit there and listen. Or like now, Dino's got me into this, putting my headphones on to go to sleep. So I'll be watching certain movies and stories. Well, not movies, but videos when I'm about to go to sleep at night too. So I'll get back with y'all. Love y'all. All right, boo. Yeah, because I don't know if you were keeping up on the Remy and Mimi situation, but Mimi just put a video out earlier this morning telling her side of the story, and come to find out she had been getting beat on by her husband for a while now. And basically that answers the question to him trying to say that she was, you know, using certain meds and stuff like that that he said online. Basically, she was saying he was a snitch. But yeah, check it out. I think it's kind of messed up because he's her husband, her kid's dad, and it's almost like he tried to set her up by putting that video out there like that. And when I say that, meaning, you know, when somebody's in trouble, as far as the law or the state or got certain people looking at them, sometimes, like when you're in a relationship or you have kids out inside of this relationship, sometimes they try to make stories up or make false allegations about someone so that they can cover their own back or tails for when the stuff really goes down. So it's almost like he tried to make that video because he was trying to hurry up and get everybody on his side so he can bash her, and at the same time try to make her look bad. And maybe at this point he was being a snitch and tried to get her locked up at this point. That's how I look at it. But she said that her case was closed and dismissed. But she basically called him a snitch on there. So I don't know, honey bunny. Go check it out. Good video. I didn't get to watch the whole thing, but she talked for like an hour straight and telling everybody, but she cried at the same time. So as a woman, I totally felt her. So I just wanted to come on and discuss that with the family and see how everybody else felt. And then, of course, we talked about a couple other things. But I'll talk to you soon. Much love. Give that sweet baby a kiss from me. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye, L. Dot. Oh, right as you was coming back to, Aquila came in. I said, I'll come back later after the kids get out of school, probably. But have a great day, sweetheart. All right.